That's weird.
We 3 minutes into the video, I'm like, oh, I forgot to hit the button.
Yeah. Honey, you can just hit
okay.
hit refresh.
Sorry we were late. I was actually live. I forgot
There
I
we
was
are.
on stage.
Okay.
Sorry we were late. Oh wait, hold on.
I know we can. And they can kind of see you too.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Hey, Candace.
Let me throw on my ponytail real quick and show you.
Oh, wait, it's still plugged into your thing.
Hey, Candace. Muted. Oh, okay. All right, now everybody's got their headphones on.
I am.
You're gonna have the speaker.
All right. Jimmy on.
Oh, really?
So, let me reintroduce tonight's nail polish. We are doing color foil.
Color foil.
We have 2 done. We're doing color foil in gold. We're going to be giving this 2 coats, and then we're going to be giving it the
oh, it's not connected, is it?
X Factor Glitter Glam.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, yeah. So now that we've talked about Sheree's debt, I want to talk about Kim Burrell versus Tamron Hall, and then she brought in Yolanda Adams. Now, the impeccable, unquestionable Yolanda Adams, one of the most unproblematic people on earth. Yolanda Adams sings. She sings for the Lord. She sings amazingly. She does charity work wonderfully. Everyone who has met her said she is so lovely. Kim Burrell, you don't need to have someone that good's name in your mouth. Your wigs are too ready for you to say Yolanda Adams' name. They just are. Your wigs look like the troubles that you speak of. Your wigs have a demonic spirit. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the demons that are on your head, because the enemy is busy, and he's real busy on your scalp.
And your edge.
Yep.
And your edge or lack thereof. Let's talk about why God hasn't blessed you with an edge. Since you want to talk about the perverted spirit of homosexuality, let's talk about the perversion that is on your head.
Ooh,
now, Robin, whenever you think of Kim Burrell's wigs, what's the first word that comes to mind? Because for me, the word is unholy.
It would be edgeless.
Harlot.
Edgeless.
A harlot wig.
A Jezebel spirit.
An acrylic.
Jezebel spirit. I wouldn't even say Jezebel, because Jezebel was wanted. Jezebel, those wigs ain't.
I would say she gives more of an acrylic tease, more like a downtown New Orleans tease. Not I want to do New Orleans like that, but yes.
I was going to say Chris from NOLA. I can't even do New Orleans like that. Bondi Blue is from New Orleans.
That's true. You're right. I'd say no, downtown Monroe. Monroe is northern Louisiana. Then I'd say downtown Monroe. That is, it stinks. It's a paper mill. It smells like hot ass garbage. That's what Kim Burrell gives me. That's what it gets. Hot ass garbage.
And the heifer is on Tamron Hall. You finally got booked again after cussing the gays out back in 2016. And instead of trying to move on, move forward, and go with the Lord, because last time I checked, it was hate the sinner, not the sin, or whether the sin, not the sinner. But instead of and all the other sins you could focus on, murder, robbery, you know, all the 7 deadlies. Gay ain't in the 7 deadlies. It ain't. It ain't. The 10 commandments, it ain't in there either. So we ain't made the top 20, but you concerned. But instead of focusing on anything else, she goes back to 2016 when Ellen told her, you can't come on the show because you said I have a perverted spirit. And now you want to say, oh, Yolanda Adams didn't stand with me. No, Yolanda Adams won't stand in hatred, because that is unchristian.
Exactly.
That's what we're supposed to do. Love one another. It does not say anything about, oh, because you're this way or you're that way. Because let's be honest, Kim Burrell is shaped like an improper fraction.
Not an improper fraction.
Like, girl,
but she has a remainder. She's irrational. She has an irrational figure.
like
Oh
it
my
does not
God.
She
make
has an IBS figure.
You have to pick a struggle. You cannot be improperly fractioned, have a tired butt wig on your head on national TV, and clowning and talking about and disgrading other people who probably got more Holy Ghost spirit in them than you have.
What Holy Ghost?
Tired ass spirit.
The Holy Ghost, yeah, I guess you wouldn't have the Holy Ghost in the UK. In America, it's when you get so taken over by the spirit, you roll down the
The hall, you got it right. You got it right.
and
Yes. Oh, wait, Liam, where are you from? England?
Yes, I am from England, Candace.
Oh my God.
it's
Greetings.
That's why you don't know what
UK.
that means. Okay, that explains a lot.
Yes, it's very lost in translation, Taylor, so I understand.
No, yeah, no, it's fine. Like I had to explain to him what the tube is. My boyfriend, he's on the computer. Because
My camera.
it's
won't-
the tube. But
It's
like
yeah, Alex, it's very close to the New York subway, but there's not amazing drug addicts up there.
yeah. And then like that's the thing. It's because he and I are going to move to England in about 3 years' time. So that's why. And specifically, like, I'm trying to look into Camberwell, like around that area or like near London.
If you want to do near London, my advice is to do somewhere around Milton Keynes, Watford, because you get much cheaper and not as many crackheads.
Thank you. I needed to know that. Ooh, look at Alex. I love it.
After
Ooh.
2 and so we're going to let this dry and then we're going to put on the sparkle.
Ooh, yay. I love it. But yeah, no, I'm trying to go to the Institute of Family Therapy. That's where I'm trying to go to. And he's going to be working in IT. Oh wait, are you in you're in family therapy?
No, just praise.
No, thanks. Yeah. So are you in London or anywhere like where?
I'm from the city of Coventry, so it's a few miles just outside of Birmingham.
Yeah. I know where that is. Yeah, Coventry. It's in the West Midlands, yeah?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Oh, look at
How
you.
far are you from London?
About 80 miles.
Okay. They need to have a Real Housewives of London. They
Yes.
really need to do
Well, they
that.
did. They had a Real Housewives of Cheshire, and I think a Real Housewives of Liverpool. And it's not particularly as big over here. We just watched all the reruns of the American shows, and again, foolishness, fuckery, but just of a different persuasion.
Now they are trying to bring back Real Housewives of New York because last season was a disaster, and they've realized, okay, we've got to do legacy with our old honkies, and we have to do, an actual diverse, real representation of New York with the new cast. However, Remy Ma
I was just gonna say that.
Fool.
was in talks to be on the Real Housewives of New York, and
Well,
I
that
like
felon.
What?
I like Remy Ma.
That
I
felon.
enjoy her. I think she's good television. However, no.
How could she be there for filming with that ankle bracelet on her at all times?
Yes.
Well, she's finally off probate. After
Not for long.
Okay, so yeah.
5 years,
Not for long.
She paid that, and she's probably been off for a good 2 years. The indentation's probably out of the skin at this point. However,
Diane, she'll be at Lincoln Center or Lincoln Plaza, and she'll be out there causing a stir like she usually does. Do not trust that heifer. I am telling you, she'll be back. She'll be back in Rikers like that.
Yes.
I give her 6 months.
not 6 months. I just
True tea.
I don't see her participating. I see her like she's a Bronx girl. She's not going to argue with.
Well, that rat's nest unit on her head. Of course, she'll participate. She lives for the fuckery and she lives for the foolishness.
She does. I'm not so well. No, I feel like I think you're thinking of Ra Ali.
Or Nicki Minaj.
I think you're thinking of
Ra Ali is only good for one thing, and that's being a prison bitch.
Well, I mean, there's no lies detected.
I mean, there is a Biffa walking around with a bag right now, so I get it. Poor Remy, but I just don't.
Then again, also,
I don't think
Nicki Minaj. I'm just sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, I just don't think Remy would be a good fit. And to me, that says y'all are desperate because Remy did Love and Hip Hop at New York. And it was cute while she was on there, but she was very much like, I'm not getting into the drama. I'm not going back and forth with these girls. And it's like, if you're not going to do that, then you need to stay your happy self doing your little I Love My Ugly Husband specials. And you're not going to be.
Well, she does need the Heather Scott Young chicken gift card, so I understand.
Well, she needed something when she got out of prison, work release and all.
Yeah.
Aside from chlamydia.
No, I wouldn't say that she has chlamydia. Her and what's his name have been together forever.
Possum.
And I feel like she's the only woman. She's the only woman in the world that would want him.
Because it's working.
Look at Papoose.
Yay! Okay, guys, I'm gonna hop back on. Okay, hold on. He said he hasn't gotten everything sorted out yet. See, we're having technical difficulties on my end because I'm having to listen to you guys from like a small little mic on my phone, and it's like I'm having to do this.
Yeah, mine. I can't like show my face.
I've been glitching for a while, so.
But I'm okay because I'm in the room. That's all that matters.
I'm the only one not having any issues.
Candace, true tea, sis, true tea.
Yes.
The tough thing with this polish is you've got to put on like at least 4 coats of this for it to actually get sparkly. You see, we just put one on, you can barely tell. But by coat 4, you're going to be like, oh, wow.
I live for a glitter.
But I feel that they are desperate if they're looking at Remy Ma for Housewives of New York, because I'm like, I've been watching this show for so long. I know that personality would not work out. Oh, wait, Brenda said she thinks Papoose is good looking. I think Papoose is an amazing man. I think that he is faithful. I think he's got all the qualities, but just is great looking from the neck down.
But
not so good from the neck up either.
He probably.
He does give you a droopy dog tease. Let's be honest here.
He does. He gives me Butter's face, not Butterface, Butter's face.
Sid. I'm getting Sid from Ice Age.
Yeah.
Sid.
It's just that the eyes are too like Evelyn Lozada's daughter. Lozada's daughter.
Hammerhead shark.
On the sides of her head too. I need your eyes right here. When you have eyes over here, you look like a prey animal. It's giving me rabbit. No.
Praying mantis.
Praying man. Yep, praying mantis. I could see that too.
Yeah, praying mantis, a horse.
See, if my husband was that ugly, nobody would ever know.
And irrelevance.
I would never let anybody know.
I would never let him out the house. Forget
no.
that. No, you got a husband.
I would consider that a crime letting him out the house.
No, I'd let him out the house. Just nobody would know we lived together.
Why to take him to go poop?
Have 2 separate exits.
Like a dog. You let him go.
Actually, you know what? The older I get, the more I'm like,
is that your prerogative, sweetie? Treating him like a shih tzu.
The older I get, the more I'm like, you ain't got to be that cute. You ain't got to be that cute. What's your credit looking like?
Yes, longevity.
We're giving Papoose not good.
I mean, I'm sure Papoose pays bills. I don't know how, but I'm sure he does. He could pay them.
We all know how, Diane. We all know how.
He could be his writer, because I heard that he used to ghostwrite for her. I don't know how true that is, but I'd rather have Papoose than a kid of Petty.
Yes.
Ooh.
Very much so true. I don't want a felon. Not a felon in that regard.
I'll call you tomorrow, Candace.
Where's Alex?
I'm right here.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're making me feel better now. I'm not showing your face. Okay. Yeah, no.
I'm right here. Yes, but what does Papoose do? I mean, I don't know what he was doing while she was in jail. I'm sure he was ghostwriting for other rappers.
I'm sure.
Because you never hear about them in debt news. You never hear about an unpaid tax bill. And then when Remy got out, like she was, on Love and Hip Hop, then she got her podcast going. Like she's definitely been on her grind.
And that just adds insult to injury because a felon like Remy can get a podcast together, and someone stronger like Wendy can't even do shit.
Oh, Wendy.
Well, Wendy is going through some mental issues, sadly.
Well, I didn't even hear the mental issues. All I just saw was the cocaine.
Cocaine. You did too much, it messed with her brain. Her brain.
Cocaine.
Have y'all tried to watch Sherry Shepherd's new show? Have you tried?
Now, has Sherry tried to raise that child that she special ordered and then tried to leave on the doorstep? She special ordered a whole ass baby and tried.
We cannot be doing this eBay kids.
So I ain't gonna try shit with Sherry until she tries to raise that baby she ordered, and then want to say, "Oh, it's not mine." I ain't never seen a woman turn into a that fucking quick. I was like, oh my goodness.
Ever since you had that eBay baby, I checked out.
I looked at it one day and I was like, she was talking about sex, and I thought about Alex. I'm like, okay, you can talk about get freaky and do all this extra stuff, flirt with everybody on there, but you should have used that same energy to take care of that child, even though it wasn't yours. You know how many women wish they could have a child that would be more than willing to take a child that's not even theirs?
How about you do it?
That part, Candace, that part.
Out here gyrating. I am over her. Like, I was like, well, maybe somebody watch it. They is doing good.
I'm just like, there we go.
I've heard that she's hitting her stride, but I'm just not into the neglect. Neglect doesn't entertain me. Alex telling Sherry about that child is a train that always arrives on time.
And I asked the question.
And speaking of Janet Jackson.
Yeah. Let's talk about her.
Let's talk about Janet. Nobody brought her up. But actually, a few days ago, I had to retell that story. And my best friend here, his name is Brian. He's a wonderful, wonderful person. I'm richer for knowing him. He is a huge Janet Jackson fan. And so I started telling him this story. And when I was retelling it, he said, yeah, about midway through, I realized this doesn't turn out well for Janet, does it?
Hold on, y'all. I'm going to be right back.
On Matty Rance's channel, and you told that story, and everyone was phoning out. But it was the kids which got me. You were lying in the pissing rain, just not to see kids perform, but the Whisper Heather herself to do a new track.
Exactly.
I was for you.
Made for Now had just come out. It is Harlem Week. Like you said, come dance with me. Not come dance for me for the drones flying overhead for free while I ain't even on stage.
You're not out here getting the free dance moves. Diane needs to get paid.
Exactly. Oh, the whole crowd was like, I'm sorry, we're New Yorkers. We know extra work starts at $150.
Where's my fee?
And if you're expecting choreography, that's $450. You married to
I'm not getting out of it for 500.
Give it up. A smooth 500. Yep.
Yeah, that's rent alone for the month.
And the thing is, she didn't even whisper when she got on stage. She mumbled. She was like Sheree Whitfield. I couldn't hear her. If you asked me what Janet Jackson sounded like, I'd say, beats me. I don't know. I was right in front of
Janet gives you ASMR. Sheree gives you grimace.
I was less than 50 feet away. Couldn't hear nothing.
Not a peep.
In front of the microphone. Silence. She was like, I'm sorry, I get paid per note or per syllable. And y'all ain't coughing up nothing. She got her little plaque and walked off. I'm like, you may as well just thrown it in the trash in front of us. I don't know why you showed up.
Well, it was Janet's first peach in a while, so hey ho.
I mean, maybe it was just revenge for us not supporting Demita Joe. Maybe she was mad about that. No, I'll tell you, that was revenge for discipline. She was like, unless y'all paying, I ain't giving you.
No, discipline was revenge for discipline. I heard it. It was trash.
Discipline had a few cute tracks. It had a few cute tracks.
Yeah, but I will taste, but the entire album, no, thank you.
But I'll also say, now you got your happy ass on Good Morning America and you performed live at Rockefeller Center. You could have performed at Harlem Week, Heifer. You could have done a one-song shimmy. We weren't expecting a full concert, but you could have done a few bars of it.
Oh,
I mean, that's true. If Lizzo can get on Good Morning America and still lay it out like she did, she has no excuse.
None.
Zero.
And I just love how Lizzo is consistently winning. I mean, she came in the game and said, let me show each and every one of you how to do it.
And she did a reality show as well where she had to pick those own plus size dancers. I forget what it's called, but it just won the Emmy recently. That just proves that she's a real one for all the inclusivity. And also, she got number one with a 2-year-old album, and Nicki Minaj had to wait God knows how many years to get her first peach. That just proves that she's a less ass bitch, talentless, and married to a felon. She is the end game weight, and I'm sick of her.
I want to hug you. I want to hug you so bad right now.
Bring it in, bitch. Bring it in.
That was a read. That was a read. It was like listening to myself.
Well, I learned from the best, sweetheart. I learned from the best. I watched it for you. I'm here in this room with you. So, full circle moment from me. God bless you.
I have no
I mean, it's the fellow which irks me. She can get any man. She can get someone with many looks, and she chooses someone who looks like she had a C-section. I mean, talk about the bloated dolphin. That is that fucking idiot. I mean, it blows. How do you be that stupid and get done for that sort of thing? I mean, R. Kelly got away from it for 30 years, and now he's getting Red Raw in Rikers, and he's out here doing for free.
I will tell you, Nikki just wants a man she can control. That is the end of it.
Well, there are options out there. I mean, look at Ryan Seacrest.
Oh.
Well, no, now you see, now that's more of a lavender marriage. I don't think. Well,
lavender.
I was going to say, I think Nikki wants a bottom, but then I think about Safari, Meek Mill. I mean, they give bottom energy more than I do. And I actually put my legs to the moon.
Yeah.
Same.
I mean, it is what it is, but I'm just like, girl, like, I can understand wanting a man to be home when you get there, but does it have to be because he's got an ankle monitor on? Like, you can't do no better.
She wants a house husband. And again, I go back to this point. There are options out there. She hasn't looked because she wants the clout and she wants the attention. She is the Taylor Swift of rappers.
No, Taylor Swift is smarter. Taylor Swift is smarter than to marry a felon. I may not agree with Taylor on much, but I'll give her that.
Well, that's one thing I agree on. That's the beautiful gowns. The beautiful gowns.
And that was a stretch because I've never seen that string bring in anything impressive. I think Dua Lipa has more style.
Oh, I would say BB Rexha.
You know, I hear that name, but I feel like BB Rexha is this generation's Rita Ora. I hear about you. I know you kind of sing, but I don't understand why you're here. Like Normani. It's like, you're good, but what are you exactly good at?
All generations probably fella.
Because I don't know what Normani's that good at.
Well, she is for modern pop music, BB Rexha.
Oh, okay. I'll have to try to give her a listen. And then again, I don't listen to the radio anymore because I don't drive. Like, having lived, let's see, this is now like 15 years without driving. Oh, wait, where'd everybody go? Well, having lived 15 years without driving, hold on, I'm gonna put the link in so people can come back in. But having lived 15 years without driving, my music tastes are very different because I'm not exposed to the radio. Okay, and we're back.
Sorry, just technical issues yet again, and my Wi-Fi's a piece of shit, much like Sheree Whitfield herself.
It happened. Like Sheree's internet, it cuts in and out because she's stealing Kenya's. I know.
That explains the 144p resolution.
I swear, I know Sheree Whitfield has dug in the backyard and spliced her power, her utilities, possibly even her water into Kenya's house. I could see Sheree Whitfield doing that. She seems like the type of heifer that would, under cover of darkness, splice off your electricity to power her outdoor lights because she knows she ain't got it like that.
I'm sorry, but what in the get out hell is that?
What?
That she'll go and deliberately do that when she has the money. She has some money, not a lot. I mean, she has those coins, and wrong to not do so. But what a less has a bitch that she can't go and get the resources herself to do it properly. I mean,
she doesn't have money. She didn't
get some money.
She didn't get much with the divorce from Bob Whitfield. You can look it up. She's only getting like $113,000 a year from his retirement. Now that's not bad, but
it's something. It's something.
But she seems to be running in the red because when you look at the cost of Chateau Sheree, that house ain't cheap. Powering that house ain't cheap. Property taxes ain't cheap. Water ain't cheap. I don't think, even if she doesn't have a mortgage on it, I don't think she makes enough just with that NFL retirement portion to afford living in that house. And especially when you're trying to buy new clothes, you're trying to be on the show, you're trying to hire glam. Yes, you can write a lot of the stuff of that off at the end of the year, but I just don't see her pulling in enough money for the lifestyle that she's living. Like the expensive cars. I'm like, I'm adding up, a cute little $7,000 or $8,000 a month in bills, not even touching, food, manicures and things like that. I can already see, like, your car knows $1,500. You at least spending another $2,000 on this house. Like, I'm seeing bills, but I'm not seeing the money. She's living above her means.
She's operating the Kim Zolciak model. I understand.
Yes. And Kim was smart. She, found her a dumb honky and ran through his life savings.
But then again, that's what happens when you're built like a plastic. That's what happens when you're built like a sex doll. Things come to you like that.
Yeah, Kim was like 112. Like, let's be real. Like, that lady is old. Like, I mean, like, old.
What, Sheree or Kim? Both in the same ball field.
Both of them. And I'm like, but Sheree gives me that I'm gonna act like I have it, but I really don't. And I really ain't. I'm not doing anything with my money. I'm not investing into anything. I'm just doing this to say I can do it.
Then again, given recent developments, Tiffany Haddish falls in the same category too.
Well, I think that when Sheree was younger, I mean, Sheree is still a very beautiful woman. And I think that when Sheree was younger, she was able to use that as currency like Marlo does. However, what I will say, the difference between Marlo and Kim, they really are cut from the same cloth. They are women who have that gift of being able to pick a rich man out of a crowd and get him to spend their money on her. It's a gift. It is a gift. If they taught a class, I would be front row.
But I do have to add this distinction. Marlo married a bottom and Kim is just a whore.
Well, Marlo never got married. Marlo knows how to keep it fun.
She's in a partnership when really she just married a beard.
No, because nobody knows who Marlo is with.
That's why I say beard.
Well, no, I would say, no, she gives me She has many rich boyfriends. She is the fun girl that doesn't give them any problems. They enjoy spoiling her. She loves being spoiled. She's, very worldly, intelligent, and fun, where you can take her out to dinner. You can take her to high-end places, and she fits right in. But she also has that bit of grit and edge about her that excites them.
So you're saying that she's like Angelina Jolie without the clout, class, or substance?
Ooh. Well, I mean, when you're correct, you are 100% correct. I wouldn't say without. I mean, Angelina does have a lot of substance. I will give her that. I would say they both have that intrinsic quality where it's like you just watch men just
addictive.
And also they have enough of a boss energy about themselves where it's like, better than to bring your broke ass over here. Better.
Marlo, I agree. Kim, not so much. Boss energy, definitely Marlo. But Kim, the only thing that she's bossing is her kids. And even she's
okay. Kim, well, no, but here's the thing. As a Black woman, that boss energy is much more appreciated than from a white woman. The rich men that Kim are going for, they want a much more subservient white woman. So that's why Kim plays the dumb blonde.
So she plays the Paris Hilton role.
Kind of like how Portia has a similar quality. That's why you ain't seen her with nothing but a millionaire ever since she's been on the screen going.
But then again, Portia is an airhead that has a bad unit, so she has.
Portia is smart. Portia's Jessica Simpson with the bullshit. She's laughing all the way to the bank. She plays dumb to manipulate these men. She's playing the game. Heterosexual.
I would say Jessica. I would say Jessica Simpson with a bit of Katie Kawoko.
Wait, Katie who?
Katie Kawoko.
The one from Big Bang Theory.
That's the one.
Okay. Yeah. They play dumb, like you see Portia play dumb, and that whole 265 days a year, it was to make her look cute. It was an advertisement, and that's how she found.
Oh, good. It did not make her look cute. It was cringe. It was desperate, and it was destitute.
No, it made it look cute to who she wanted it to make her look cute to. We're not in the market for that. We're not looking for a woman we can control. So we're not going to think that's cute because we're much more educated than that.
I'm on live.
Straight men, a lot of them, not all, but a lot of them are looking for a woman that they think they can control. So women have learned, play stupid. They enjoy that. And then they get to listen to you tell on yourself and decide if they want to deal with you. Exactly, CJ. Portia's smarter than y'all think. You don't just accidentally go from one millionaire to another millionaire to another millionaire and not know what the hell you're doing. You running game.
Well, then again, you can say that. You can say that about Trump's many ex-wives.
Well, at least Ivana's got her money. He said, "Don't get mad. Get everything." Oh. Also, it is spooky season, but I do feel like First Wives Club is the ultimate Thanksgiving movie. Oh, Candace!
Well, I never heard of First Wives Club, so news to me.
What?
Well, I'm from the UK, so I don't get all your.
That doesn't matter. It's Bette Midler, Diane Keaton, Goldie Hawn. You've never heard of First Wives Club?
It's like news to me.
Oh my God, like you can't be gay and not know about First Wives Club. I'm taking your card. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to hold your card right here. It's in safekeeping until you watch. Have you seen Steel Magnolias?
Oh God, I just realized I'm such a bad gay.
I'll call you tomorrow, girl. Oh my God. Okay.
Hey, we're back.
Great new topic.
Yeah, we're in the show. We're back.
Everybody gets a note out because we're going to have.
I'm so sorry, y'all.
We finally fixed the audio.
How there is required reading. We're going to have required viewing. Because Liam, how old are you?
26.
See, I gotta teach the children. I gotta teach the children. We don't know nothing. I mean,
Trying to get
I gotta teach the babies. Okay, get open up a notes app and start writing these movies down because you need to know this. You need to watch these movies to know a lot of pillars of.
You do need to watch these movies. Okay.
Like, oh my God.
Because I've seen Steel Magnolias, but I'm going to be honest, I've never watched First Wives Club. I need to see it. I know.
First Wives Club. First Wives Club was the first movie I went to see in the theater with my friends. Like the first movie I went to see by myself with my friend. Like, yeah. That also lets you know how gay I am. That was my first movie. That I was like, ooh, Diane Keaton.
Yes.
At like 12.
And then yesterday I introduced him to Bette Midler through Hocus Pocus 1 and 2.
Now, Hocus Pocus is one queer film I have seen, and I'm got the sequel lined up. So when I get the coins to do it, I will watch that.
Fun fact: Bette Midler and Sarah Jessica Parker are both in First Wives Club.
What? Okay, now I gotta.
Wait.
Yep. She is. Sarah Jessica. It's very. Sarah doesn't have a huge role, but she is in it.
Yeah, because Ryan
she is
pulled it up.
She's not a star, but she is a pivotal character.
Yeah, apparently her character's name is Shelley Stewart, according to the cast list.
Yep. I don't want to spoil it, but oh my, and Steel Magnolias, you should be able to quote certain scenes from Steel Magnolias. Like that's just something that should be like on the top of the dome.
Yeah, and actually they used a clip of it of her hypoglycemic shock in our nursing class, oddly enough. So I was just like, okay, yes. I see the teacher saw me and I saw her. Yes.
Well, I got those both written down. So is there anything else before we move on?
Heartbreakers with Sigourney Weaver and Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Ooh.
It's obscure, indie, but very important. Required viewing. I mean, the newer generation, and then you're over there, so you don't even have like TBS.
Yeah, I think that's the issue. I think a lot of these queer films that are probably more based, probably more like commonplace in the States, but when in Europe, it's not like again lost in translation, and it also regional dispute gives a bitch.
Oh, Dolores Claiborne.
Dolores Claiborne
with Kathy Bates and Jennifer Jason Leigh. Dolores Claiborne, everybody needs to watch that.
Yes, because you've seen Kathy Bates, but you don't know who she is necessarily. But I need you to watch Misery. We need to watch, what else do we need to watch aside from Misery and Fried Green Tomato?
We have some.
Titanic was awesome too.
Yes.
Wait, what?
In Titanic.
That was like
She was Unsinkable Molly Brown in Titanic.
Oh yes, she was. I remember.
And I went to the Scat Fashion exhibit and I saw her hat. I saw the hat that she wore in the actual movie. I was like, yeah, got to try it on and everything.
I feel like Kathy Bates.
Who was that?
Is an American actress. I feel like we had Kathy Bates so we could get Toni Collette.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Toni Collette.
Titanic I've already seen. So
now this is a movie that I actually have to order on DVD. It's very hard to find, but it's called Clock Watchers, and it was one of her first movies. She's kind of unrecognizable, but it was also with Parker Posey. Amazing, super obscure movie. It's about temps that all kind of get a job at this place, and just the things that ensue while they're working there. It's a slow, kind of crazy, very mid-90s movie, but it's really good.
I love that plays it to my wheelhouse. I love anything 90s.
Yes.
What else is she really good in? The Sixth Sense. And
I've seen that.
There's another one that it'll come to me, but she's one of my favorites.
Oh, she's in Knives Out too. She's
I
in
have
Knives Out.
Out.
It's really good. You'd enjoy it. It's got her, Daniel Craig, Anna Arbus. I think her name is Anna Arbus, and Chris Evans.
This
Chris
was in
Evans is in
Knives
it
Out?
too.
So you're starting to kind of see the little sparkles are coming through. We've
Yeah.
got a couple more coats, but we're getting there. And yes, I know I have polish on my cuticles, which is why it's called the Cuticle Hour. Because I'm like, I'll just
It
watch
looks a little bit rose gold to me.
Hmm?
Look, it looks a little bit rose gold, but that could just be the sheen.
I was gonna say that's the lighting. It's like gold.
Okay,
Ah.
gotcha.
It's like gold, like Charlize Theron in Snow White.
Oh yes,
Ooh.
It's that kind of gold.
yes.
Ooh.
I love
Yes.
that.
I feel that for you, and that's a good color for you, especially with your complexion.
I would
Yes.
say also another one you've got to see is the original Bad Seed in black and white with Patty McCormick and Nancy Kelly.
Oh.
Required watching. It is it's set in DC and it's about a very interesting little girl, and that's all I'm going to say. But the acting in that movie is impeccable.
I mean,
Okay.
if we're talking required viewing, are we going to put Pret-a-Porter on there? Like,
I've not seen
talking
Pret-a-Porter.
90s.
Ooh.
Oh, you know what? Oh my God, you took me back to Blockbuster. I remember seeing the box for that movie so many times, but I'm not really a rom-com guy.
I'm not rom-com either. I was there for the fashion and the supermodels and the shit.
Ooh.
Like, we could ignore the rom-com. Like, there's plenty of the rest.
Trying to think if there's any movie that I like for The Fifth Element, I would say I like the fashion in.
Yes. Oh my God.
The Fifth Element. And also, I want them to redo The Fifth Element so that I can play Chris Tucker's character.
Yes, I want you.
Yes,
I want that.
agree. Yes.
That was perfect
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah,
That was
that's
perfect.
right.
Yeah, any of you all seen The Craft? Because I will consider that required viewing for LGBT.
Oh,
Yes,
yes. Craft
Yeah.
the
100%.
craft.
We are the weirdos, Mr. Absolutely. Yes.
Oh, Coco Nicole said Romy and Michelle's high school reunion.
100%.
Well, that's on my Netflix queue. So I love everything Lisa Kudrow. So
Oh, Post-it notes. Post-its. Oh man.
Roasted.
You know, it's funny. My 20th high school reunion was 2 years ago, but fortunately it was during the pandemic. So I, had
Mm.
my mind. But I'm like, I don't care about y'all. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
same. I mean, I graduated from high school 10 years ago, and I can't stand those fuckers.
Yeah, I know. And then that's true because, like, wait, did you graduate in 2014 or 13?
It was more than 10 years ago. It was 2012.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So wait, so you guys graduated at the same time. Yeah. Yeah. Cause like he's 29. And I'm about to turn 26 and I graduated 2015. So mine is coming up soon. And I'm just like, I really don't want to see these people. I don't really care about none of these people.
Fortunately, in the
I'm
UK, we don't
skipping my
do
30th.
reunions, so I don't have to.
Yay.
No. I think I graduated. I graduated in 2007. So yeah, I'm older, you know. I didn't want to see him when I left. I didn't want to see him when I was there. So I mean,
It's true.
That part.
And I'm like, I'm going to be 40 in 59 days. 59 days, y'all. 40.
You
40.
look amazing.
Doesn't look anything like it.
I
You
can't
look like
believe
you're turning 30 tops. So like, Mike, I'm
40.
not getting worse than you do.
40 trips around the sun. I will say, one of my friends is also turning 40, and I'm like, ooh.
Wow.
Same 40, I promise. If you're just looking at him that way, it's not the same 40.
It's city miles versus highway miles.
Yes.
There's between black.
I want to take a picture so bad, but I know that would be so shady.
It would.
There's a distinct difference between white people turning 40 and black people turning 40. A white person looks like a dog turning 12.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Not a dog.
Again, a white person turning 40 looks like one of Kenya's corns.
Like a dog, you know, like because
I mean,
a dog. Like,
God damn.
And yes,
You're welcome.
40 is a blessing, and I am so grateful to be here, and I have so much that I still cannot even believe. Like, wow, this is your life, Charlie Brown. But I'm definitely like, I don't even remember me when I was 17 and graduated. Like, I remember kind of clips, like an old YouTube show.
Oh wow.
But I'm like, yeah, I don't remember what happened 20 years ago, nor does it affect anyone's life today.
Mm-mm.
True.
Well,
Like memory lane, ain't nobody got time for memory lane. What about the future?
what about what last week? I can't even remember sometimes. I'm like, what did I? Oh yeah, that's right. That assignment.
I can't even remember the person I graduated next to be honest with you. And I never saw that person in school either.
And also, it gets real good when you start realizing you're remembering things wrong. So you're just like, child, I don't even care no more.
Yep. Oh, what happened
You
to
will
Liam?
really be like, I know that was what. No, that clearly wasn't there because this was there in the. Oh, so I just don't even really remember what happened. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Are those fun conversations? Hey, do you remember so-and-so? No, not them either. What about this one? No, nobody. I don't remember anybody.
I can barely remember the people I've met here.
Dang.
Like moving to a new city and trying to make new friends and, really putting myself out there because it's like, oh, I don't know anybody here. And this is the second time in my life I've done that. And I'm like, okay, I've got one more in me. But at least I can say like, well, you've moved to 2 major cities, not knowing anybody there and said, okay, let's make it work.
Yep. I mean, shit, he and I are moving to a major city in 3 years. And I'm just like, dang, how are we going to make friends?
Well, you see, you plan, like, whenever I have moved, it's never been a plan. It's always been like a reaction. Like when I moved to New York, I was dating this guy and I said, if we break up, I moved. I was living in North Carolina at the time. And I was like, okay, if it doesn't work with him, I'm moving to New York. He broke up with me in June. I was in New York in August.
Damn.
And then we all know how I left New York.
Yeah.
He died. I said goodbye.
You dropped New York like Bravo dropped Nini's Peach. I mean, I never seen someone drop anything so quickly.
I'll tell you, it ain't been back. I'll tell you one thing. When I'm done with you, baby, I'm done with you. Like,
and also, as a New Yorker,
like
is it as hectic as people say it is?
What?
As a New Yorker, you've lived there for many, many years. Is it as hectic as people? Is it as hectic as people say it is? Because I've seen people who lived in New York and they say, "Oh, it's fine. You'll naturally mitigate to it." But as a New Yorker, tried and true, is it as like nuts as people say it is?
100%.
Yep.
Compared to anywhere else in the world, 150%. Like, I get angry with people here because everything moves so slow. Like nothing moves as fast as New York. Nothing. Nowhere. It is its own unique part of the world. Not just America, the world.
Yeah.
I would say like maybe some larger cities, some mega cities in Asia could compare because you've got that super dense population. I haven't been, but I would say because of the population size, maybe something like that could compare with the hectic and the hustle and bustle.
So like New York's comparable to like Delhi, Beijing, London sort of teas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say that, but like, yeah, major world city. Like it's there's nothing like it in America. There's nothing that comes close to it in America. People are like, oh, San Francisco's like New York. No, San Francisco is beautiful. It's amazing.
No, San Fran is definitely not New York at all.
No,
that's hobos.
Oh gosh,
Liam is going in the paint, baby.
Liam, sir.
I'm not.
He said, "Shots fired." Pop, pop, pop.
I mean,
you haven't seen my shots fired, boo. You have not seen my shots fired. I go.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Now, I will speak to that. The thing about San Francisco is why we also have such a large unhoused population is because it is there are many different kinds of unhoused people in California. There are those unhoused by choice where they really enjoy their van life and travel all over the Pacific Northwest and the West. And sometimes they'll park their van outside of a park and smoke weed and play music and then, move on to their
Diane,
next.
those are not homeless, those are hermits.
That.
Cool tea.
Yeah, I would say those people are privileged.
Are forced into it. There are other people that are mentally ill,
Mm-hmm.
but it is a place where you can live outside 365 days a year. You can't do that in New York. That is also part of it. It is the weather. It's like, oh, you really can just pitch a tent. Like I have walked out in front of my complex and seen people that have pitched tents, and I'm like, now why am I paying all this money to live here when I could just be in a tent in the median? Who's really smart? But I would say this: who's really smart? Who's really smart? They're in the same neighborhood and they're here at a discount. I am overpaying.
Are we all on a frugal biffer? That's all I can say.
I will say sometimes I look at my rent and I'm like, you know what? That tent might not be such bad.
I know the furniture's kind of yikes.
Ever to look at your rent, you're like, if I
feel like
for a couple months, I'd have a down payment for a house at this rate.
Yeah.
I feel like I could do New York. It's meeting the drug addicts and the homeless on the subway that irks me so.
I have not been since the pandemic, so I've heard that it's gotten much worse. But I will say there's nothing worse than being trapped with, people you don't want to be trapped with on that long stretch of A train from 59th Street at Columbus Circle all the way up to 125th and St. Nicholas. Because it's
I remember when you did Pop Rose and Matty Rant, and you were talking about this incident. I think you're all the way back from DryCon, and this woman pissed herself on the train, and I was like, "What?" I thought I would have stopped that train and risked killing myself. Nope, I am not getting fucking Hep C from this woman's drug piss. Not a chance.
Oh my god.
Nope, I'd rather die.
Oh, okay. I will say that San Francisco makes New York look like Disneyland.
Damn.
I don't take public transit here. My friends were telling me today while we were having a little afternoon libation, oh yeah, somebody was smoking crack on BART. And that's crack. Crack, not a cigarette.
Just a hint of crack. Just a hint of crack.
Just casual.
So they had the little glass thing and everything, just going at it. Okay, damn.
Crack on the train. And that's still there. That's normal. That's every day. Like when people complain about the unhoused population here, it's because it can get very aggressive very quickly.
Yeah.
Because it is.
Yeah, and see, that's what I'm frightened about.
And I don't want to make fun of it because it is drugs exacerbating mental illness, but it also poses a danger to the public at large, where I'm like, a lot of all of my friends, we've all had discussions of, yeah, this is cute, but I don't know if I want to live here forever. Like, one of my friends bought a house here, and I'm like, well, at least you can sell it.
Yeah, and Diane, I don't take this wrong, but I can see you as sort of like a Denver tease, like Midwest, and like weed legal, and you're just doing the damn thing.
It would be very interesting if I ended up in Denver because that's where Alexis Carrington, originated. So it would kind of be like going home.
Yeah.
you and Alexis Carrington with all your furs, I can.
Yes. Oh, I'd like to see you in Denver. That would be nice.
I do think I could husband hunt there.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
It would be better. It'd be easier.
You'll settle down in Denver because it's just chill vibes, not that costly, and it's weed legal, and they care for the gays up there too. So bonus.
There are definitely a group of gays that are like the Denver gays. So I would, and it's not too far from San Francisco. It's like one of kind of our satellite cities. So I could see a Denver tea, but it's cold. And I love New York because of those winters.
Oh, that's right. You don't do it in the cold.
I mean it. Like I grew up.
You're like a lizard. You're cold-blooded.
Exactly. I've lived in New York, the majority of my childhood and my adult life. Like, it was wonderful. It was fabulous. I loved it very, very much. It has made me who I am today. I will always appreciate it, but I don't have to be freezing.
Well, I was going to say Chicago, but then again, Attis is more his foolishness, and also the cold too. Not so much.
Windy City.
I would do a Denver or a Chicago if I had a place in like Miami. Or if I was with someone who had roots in a warmer city where it's like, okay, you've got a place here, I've got a place there. We can, split our time and be snowbirds. And, I can close my laptop and do whatever I need to do and move around. So
Alex will just be in every major city in America, but except Atlanta because he doesn't play in Fulton County.
Do not. Yeah. Not. Ain't nothing for me south of the Mason-Dixon except Miami.
Well, he just want to get his business he just get his business out in the street and all those Fulton County court documents to spend the tea. No, thank you.
Yeah, no.
I don't need nobody in my business. All broke but bougies in the chat.
Yay!
Hey.
How are you, darling?
Hey, Alex, how you doing?
I'm good.
I was sitting up here listening to this, and then when y'all were talking about movies, I said, I think I'm the only bitch that actually went to all these movies in the movie theater because everybody else is young, so I'm trying to come here. All right, Burgundy, you too?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah.
Like, we don't...
God, I have emails older than some of these folks. So.
I know. Oh, my God! If you don't mind me asking, Boo, how old are you?
Me?
Where am I? Not Burgundy's Gmail being older than myself. I can.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Liam. I'm 53. Yeah. I remember, hey, Burgundy, remember when you had to get on the internet and you had a CD?
Yes.
You're 53.
I remember.
Yes.
Oh, respect.
Black don't crack, baby. Black don't crack.
I'm tired. I got off of work. I know Alex is probably shocked because normally I wear my hair natural. Like Taylor, I have I have my puff all the time, but when you get a trim, girl,
I dig it.
Yes.
I dig the girl over nanny. I dig it.
Yeah, and I'm just like God, I used to wear my hair like this back in the day all the time. I don't know how to act. But no, y'all was talking about those movies, and I was like, I got to rep for Generation X because,
yes,
we remember when there was no internet, when everything was a cassette.
Yep.
And
those cassettes go.
And when you got a CD, and when you got the CD player, the Sony, remember the Discman?
Yup.
Yeah.
Got one for Christmas.
So I was just like, I said, let me just get over here and see what's going on with the people. Liam, Alex, I hit you up. You need to start saying, bitch, I'm worldwide. Because I was like, wait a minute, Liam over here from England quoting Alex.
Top of the morning to you.
I think it's fabulous. So, Alex, you can start saying, bitch, I'm worldwide. I would say put it on a cup, but Candy might sue you.
Yeah.
That's true.
After you.
She would.
And also,
Candy needs the clout, so she would.
And also, I caught her and Don Juan Shade going to send Chris a gift package and ignore me. Okay, bitch.
Really?
I don't need your attention, no way, because the truth is we saw what you did for Funky Dineva's career, which was nothing. So you clearly don't have anything to offer me, especially since I won't be one of your sidekicks.
Alex, you got to remember, see, Chris loves Candy.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, no, I wasn't saying nothing about him. I was talking about they shade.
Oh, no, I ain't talking about hey, shady boots. Sometimes you got to
they're gonna sit. I was like, okay, I see you. Like Carlos King keeps dodging and avoiding having me on his show because he knows I'm gonna ask him about that candy tea and also about what happened when that light fell on Elise Neal's head.
Well, then
You know
Carlos
what?
King is doing damage control on his bum having self. So let's face it,
Can somebody
he's
reach
a
out
dead
to
man
Elise
walking in his
Neal?
industry.
Can somebody reach out to Elise Neal? I know somebody that can hear the sound of my voice, can get through to Elise Neal. Can she come on the show so we can talk about it?
Yes.
So isn't Carlos King too busy doing the Encore season 2 to take notice?
Yeah. Who else noticed that when Candy dropped that tea, we didn't hear a peep out of Carlos?
No, but
Usually he got stuff to say. But when she dropped that tea about he stole their life story for escape, we was mute. I was like, ooh.
Mom was the word. I've never seen his thick tongue take such a long rest.
Oh, I know.
Well, then again, Carlos King is like a St. Bernard.
It's like, what, Liam? Wait a minute, baby. What you say?
Well, then again, Carlos King is like a St. Bernard, so I understand your opinions why.
Ooh. Liam with it tonight. Liam is like, I'm gonna say what I want to say. I said what I said, and that's that.
It's coming along.
I'm no Fox Goodman, so
the sparkle is coming along. Now I know I have some polish on my cuticles.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah,
well, that's why it's called the cuticle hour.
Yeah,
because I'm not that dexterous. So it's okay that some gets on the cuticle because once it's dry, I just wash it off because I'm not that dexterous. So I know my strengths, which is sometimes knowing your weaknesses.
We understand. Yeah, we gonna work on that. We'll get straight. We'll get you on that. Because see, you don't want to see polish is high, the good polish. So you don't want to waste it all over the cuticles. Like I said, me and you would talk offline about that. Because there's even little things you can buy, little guards to go around your nails to help you out. You know.
Well,
you'll get it.
Broke but bougie. Diane's still saving for her furs, so no wonder she's buying all the cheap shit.
Well, actually, I got this I got this from Walgreens. I got this from Walgreens. It was $10.99.
Okay. But what you got to do?
Oh, that'll last you a good little minute.
You got to head over to TJ Maxx and Marshalls, honey, and I call it the that road. I call it the Game of Thrones. When you go into the register, they have all the stuff. They have all the high end.
Oh, the winter is coming section.
Yeah. Liam, do y'all have TJ Maxx over there in Marshalls?
It's called TK Maxx in England, but yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, because I looked it up.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Taylor. I didn't realize you was from over there either. You know, I'm sorry.
No, she's moving there.
I'm moving there, and so it is called TK Maxx, and I knew that like probably 2 or 3 years ago, but that's
just all the same shit, my love. All the same shit.
It's all the same shit.
Same vibe, different name.
Okay, but see, as when you go up in that aisle, that's when you get $10 nail polish for like $4, and it's not old, it's good.
But here's the thing with those TJ Maxx and like secondhand stores. You'll be buying used shit, and I don't co-sign for that. I don't want to get pink eye.
Let me correct you, boo, because you're talking to a bitch that's got a credit card, okay, with TJ Maxx and Marshalls. Over here, it's not secondhand.
No,
it's basically overstock.
Yeah.
Just that it's not.
You do get those. You do get those shady bitches that try things in store and open the packets, and you do buy it secondhand.
Maybe they do that in the UK.
We have some
the UK.
Breaking,
bye.
Well,
not the UK.
We have some breaking. Yeah. While we're talking about bargain hunting, we have some breaking in debt news.
Okay.
Todrick Hall is
hearings.
ordered to pay $102,000 to his landlord on the house he claimed he purchased in Malibu. Now,
is that
now?
Diane, is that the same house that he had that alleged break-in in?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, bankruptcy hearing, done deal.
He has. I'm so confused because you make money. Like he is clearly making money. You're choreographing for Taylor Swift. You've got a very successful YouTube channel. People play your songs in the club. Like you're making money. Why? One, do you need a house that's $30,000 a month if you rent? Like, I don't know why you can't buy a house at this point. You've been famous long enough. What? He shouldn't be fronting with this level of money he making. He shouldn't be fronting. All your other contemporaries are buying homes and not getting put out.
Yeah.
Like the only reason
Cole
is because Cardi B sued.
Well, Cuticle is the queen of the less as heifers. I mean, she lied about that break-in and did a whole Sissy Moya He Who story. She did not get a peach from Big Brother. She used all that coin for God knows what else, probably up his own nose, given his state of his face. But bear in mind, she has been on the way out, like Kenya Moore and her corns. So it was on horizon.
Yeah. See, one thing about Todrick Hall is among the straight people, don't nobody talk about him. When you mentioned him, I'm like, God, I haven't heard about Todrick Hall since back when, what was it, with the Big Brother and he got mad and all this type of stuff. Nobody.
He fulfilled the stereotype of the angry gay black man, but unfortunately, it blew back in his face, and he looked like Carlos King on Jenny Craig.
Ooh. Oh, he did. He really did.
So that's why I was like, nobody really talked. That's why I was like, nobody. I mean, since Alex mentioned him, nobody talked about it. Oh, and there were some people in the chat. I think that's new to Alex. Alex will always talk about Janet Jackson.
Yeah, he did, and he did.
Yes.
Somebody was debating about.
We heard the whisper story, and she is not let it go.
I'm like,
she will carry that to her grave and be on her epitaph.
My word. Me and Alex have gotten in so many discussions. Well, not really about Janet, because we have the joke about.
You can hear Matty Rance giving the eulogy and referencing that story. I mark my words.
Normally, when we would do late night chats, we never talked about Janet this loud. We always talked about Janet like this. It was like a whisper.
That's exactly how she sounded.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not mad at Janet, and this is not to my white people on the panel. I equal opportunity. If the white girls can be mediocre, the black women can be mediocre too. Like Latina, like J-Lo. Had the nerve to get all darn mad talking about
fluorescent beige.
Talking about she couldn't believe she couldn't do the Super Bowl by herself. Bitch, bye.
Fluorescent beige.
You needed Shakira up there. Shakira did the whole thing by herself.
Yes, she did.
What about Rihanna, y'all? What do y'all think she's gonna do?
Now,
Alex.
Here he come.
Here he goes.
Now, you see, if we wanted a vocal performance, I could have gotten up there and done it.
And she's going to.
I at least can sing on key live. I can do that. Beyonce can do that. Now, she might have stolen the notes, but she can at least hit the one she snatches. However, Rihanna, look, if I wanted to do goat yoga, I'm in San Francisco. I could book the section for 10 a.m. tomorrow.
I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at Rihanna because I'm like, bitch don't have to do nothing.
Here's the thing. If she's going to perform Umbrella, then we need the camel with her.
The camel. The camel.
No, we don't.
Ooh, but you know what? Jay-Z might, but she might do that. She might have him up here. She might have Eminem up there. Who knows?
I don't. I honestly wish Rihanna had just said no. Like, I'm a billionaire. For what? To what end? For what purpose? I've performed. I've made hits. I feel like she really played the game well. Like Sierra, she got her money and she went home. Once I get my money, I'm telling y'all here and now, I'm going the fuck home.
But see, Rihanna's
I love y'all, but it will be. It's been real. Rodgers out.
Yeah, but see, Rihanna's doing that for fun. She don't need. Well, they don't get paid.
I agree with Alex. I think, why is she doing it? She's got the money. She's got the fame. Why? I mean, she's on her Anastasia Beverly Hills kick. She does not need the money. She does not need the time. I mean, there are better choices. I mean, who would you want to see other than Rihanna? Just random names.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Doja Cat.
Yeah.
I was just kidding with Sierra. I don't want to see her. I knew it.
I mean, I don't care about the Super Bowl that much. I'm tired of it, giving people CTE.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the other concern I have, because my brother-in-law plays for the Super Bowl. Like, he plays for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I'm just like, wait, I got to worry about you losing your noggin. Now I have to worry about that.
And I don't need any more homophobic institutions stealing away possible husbands.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have time.
Yeah, she's so damn stupid.
ready, bust out any day now. I'm waiting. Him and JJ Watt waiting.
Although I do have to get my costume for this Halloween party that I'm going to with the guy that I'm dating. He's throwing it, so I'm going to be meeting all of his friends. This is going to be very.
Are you going as a ghost of Sheree's fashions?
No, I'm going as Steve Jobs.
Ooh.
Oh, that'll be good.
Well,
Yeah.
they're all tech people.
Out the closet.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
You just gonna pull a black shirt out the closet like an ass.
Well, no, they're all tech people.
Say
They're
what?
all tech people, so I figure it would be funny without like being too costumey.
Yeah.
I mean, but
It'd
which
be cute.
like
I think you should order that set that Sheree was fronting as her own and order it from Amazon and put that on.
I was thinking about going as Black Panther because I'm like, okay, I've lost enough weight where I could actually pull this off and look good.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, I'm meeting your
I-
friends. Do I really want to
could
meet
do
your
Bill
friends
Gates-
in like a
You
very
could do Bill Gates at the divorce proceedings.
But would I want to meet your friends in, a flimsy onesie that leaves nothing to the imagination?
Mm,
No.
No,
that's true.
you don't want to do that, boo.
Exactly.
Wait.
That's not, that's
We
not
ain't trying to
husband.
scare 'em. Like Bernie Mac said, you don't want to pull it out in the room, go black. We don't want to do that now. So
Mm-mm. Not at all.
get together, Alex.
So that's why I'm going to go with Steve Jobs. It's, it's a nod to, hey, welcome to your world. And also, I'm a comedian, so this is a sight gag.
Can you? Okay, that wouldn't work as Steve Jobs. Did you ever find your blonde Nene wig you took to BravoCon?
Right in the closet.
Yay.
It's one of the few things I was able to take out here with me.
Are you going to BravoCon?
That's a timeless piece. You couldn't leave
Am
that
I
behind.
going to BravoCon? No.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It was cute the first year. I can't wait for Chris is going, so I can't wait for him to tell me how it was this year. Maybe I'll go next year, but like this is only their second year, and the first year it wasn't together, so I feel like it's gonna kind of be that. And I'm going like for the money they're charging, I'm going to need it to be higher end. I mean, the sandwiches alone.
And also, it took DragCon two or 3 years to get up and running and really get strong. So I see that you don't always see money on the foolishness like it was the first time around.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And it was cute to go for the first one, but like maybe I'll go back for the 5th when it's like, okay, we've got things streamlined, maybe we've got press passes, and then also we were thinking about going last year, but then it canceled. So it's been so like, are they or aren't they having the events where it's like now things are finally like, oh, we're having it and it's not going to be canceled or scaled back.
Interesting. Interesting.
Hmm.
Liam, I got a question for you. A
Shoot.
long time ago, I looked at Carolyn Stansbury for a second on that Ladies of London or whatever. What's the deal with her over in England? Because see, we only see her on, we see her on Real Housewives of Dubai. What's the consensus on her over in your country? What's the deal?
She's a fool.
Okay.
Period.
Fool.
I mean, short and sweet. I mean, she's a fool with bad fashions and a big nose. I mean,
Okay.
Oh,
I mean,
wait, I forgot to ask you, Liam, what's the consensus on, like, I would say Meghan and Harry? I don't know why I asked that, but
okay, I'm happy you asked me this because I do have an opinion on this.
That's a good question.
Meghan has let this side down dramatically, and that's no shade to anyone who's a person of color. She makes Harry look like a fool, and I think that she emasculates him. I'm sorry. I think she wanted to be the one that rules the roost. She wanted to be Queen Bee, but she was not going to be Queen Bee because that was Elizabeth. And all the shady shit with the royal family aside, she pinned it on racism because she could get away with it. And Harry was one of the most eligible bachelors in the UK.
oh, that's true.
She nabbed probably the biggest catch there is. And since then, she has milked him dry. She's got 2 kids. She's got a Netflix deal. I mean, she has made every bad choice imaginable and look like a fool in the process. She is the Sheree Whitfield of the royal family.
Damn.
That's the
And
Liam.
I am. I am so I'm with her. I mean, she was a full-on suit, and I gave her a chance. I once told her that one free chance in life, as we all have that ability, and I will not disregard it for anyone.
Let me throw my
you get that one chance.
I want to throw mine into Candace. Can I go first, Candace?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Now, Leah, I'm gonna give you a little lesson. I'm not gonna try to like read you hard because
read me, sis, read me.
Well, no, because I don't want to say this, not being disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to look at this in a way because you are a white male over in England that was raised in that royal family. Now, let me tell you, I don't want to speak for all Black women in America. Part of us root for Meghan, and the other part of us is like, Meghan, you got your NIGGA wake-up call.
Yep.
Because I have biracial friends like Meghan. Now, Meghan slid in Hollywood, playing both ends. You didn't really know who she was or what she was. I got friends like Meghan, but Meghan put a keratin treatment in her hair because Meghan got this. We done seen the old pictures. The thing that irritates a lot of us, especially Black women.
Yeah, she's got the Kelly Rowland going on.
And let me tell you something. Harry is a grown-ass man.
Thank you.
Harry was already on the way out of the royal family when he was kind of over here partying in Las Vegas, wilding out. Because when Bro Man said when he saw what they did to his mama, he was already on the way out. Meghan was that cherry on the top. Now, I don't know if y'all remember this, but see, I remember when Harry was in college and had a post that had Halle Berry in the center of it. So Harry has always been kind of down with the chocolate, with the people of Cuba.
I don't dispute that. But how is it? It's the way Meghan acted.
Yeah. Well, see,
it's the way she showed her ass up.
Now,
that's my
wait. We can have a discussion.
Now, the one thing about Meghan, I will say this. Now, when she talked about, I didn't look him up once I found out who he was, you're full of shit, Meghan.
That part. She knew.
Okay.
She knew, and she was
number two, her other mistake was, and that's why I say she got her wake-up call. That's something we say in America.
Yeah.
Over there, because like the one drop rule was here, they let her know, boo, you might pass in America. You might have Black women that don't like you because you're lighter skin, but over here, you might as well be Idris Elba. Okay.
And forgive me. What was that? The one drop rule?
Okay, the one drop rule was something in America that basically, and I'm just gonna make it kind of short. Let's say it could even go back 1/16 of a generation. Let's say your great grandfather was a Black man years ago. Then you're Black. Even though you might have a white parent, even though you're raised in white society. So
I see you.
So that was they kind of call it the one drop thing over here. And what they did, they really applied the one drop to mamas because see, over in your country, if you were, let's say, a slave and daddy was white, then you were free and you could go what you wanted to do. But they realized when they came over here in America, because all plantation owners raping all the female slaves, they can't have the same rule that we have over in Europe, because then we're going to have all these biracial slaves walking around, they're going to be free. So then they switched it over to the mama. So if your mother was Black, then you were, you were still kind of like a slave. If your daddy was white, you might have some little privileges. Anyway, whatever. The other thing that a lot of us have a problem with over in England, and there's a guy on YouTube. He's English. His channel is Little Black Book 91. His name is
I watch him too.
Oh, that fool.
Wait, hold up.
Wait.
Hold up. Let me tell you about Kojo. Because see, you have a different experience. Okay? You got a different experience. Kojo did a thing the other day, and he talked about how they just everything is pointed toward Meghan, like she can't breathe right. They talked about the smirk she had on her face at the funeral. They talked about the tilt of her hat. First of all, the tilt of her hat, that's a Black American woman thing to tilt that hat. Kate had her hat tilted too, but nobody talked about her. But see, now the tide is turning because now they're talking about Kate. So our thing with Meghan is nobody's saying that she's perfect and you can't
Nope.
talk about her, but they're using her as the poster girl for that Harry doesn't have a brain, he doesn't have balls. She's not running him. You're not gonna run Harry because he's already told it. Harry was already ready to go, and instead of people in England, instead of just admitting to himself, the English media, because y'all is ruthless over there.
Yep.
I mean, I agree with that part.
Yeah.
The
Right,
English
that's
press
right.
is what really set the wheels in motion for them to go.
Yeah, but see,
I give you that 1,000.
Yeah, but the thing with Harry is, I kind of look at the media like you talk shit about his wife, and unlike the other people in the royal family, Harry's like, no, we're not gonna do that. We out. He was gonna leave anyway, but they're trying. He was gonna do it anyway.
I don't say that. I just say it in so many words. I agree. Harry was on the way out, but if Meghan didn't come along, it would have been a lot harder for him to do so.
No,
Meghan was that key to his corporate freedom, but I do agree he was on his way out. I see exactly what you're saying with Diana and how she went, but they were not going to let Harry leave the way he wanted to leave if it wasn't for Meghan. Meghan was his get out of jail free card, so to speak.
I'll give you that. Yeah, she was a point. So let me shut up. Go ahead, Candace. I know when I talk to Blue Street.
No. Keep going, because I agree with everything that you're saying. I mean, she's a Black woman. No matter what she does, it's still be judged. And
I want to ask this for the Black women in the room. Do you have a certain pressure to act a certain way when you're in that sort of setting?
Yes.
I don't.
No, I don't let you get to me like that because I'm used to it. I don't let anybody get to me in that way. But at the same time, you can't tell us how to feel. And you just can't. You can't tell anybody how to feel about this situation or any situation when it deals with race.
And I'd say when I was younger, I dealt with it a lot, mostly because, well, like my mom's Black, my dad's mixed. So it's like, with that being said, I was a light-skinned Black girl. So, but at the same time, I had an emotionally abusive father. So I had no self-esteem whatsoever. No self-esteem. So all the privileges that I would get as a light-skinned Black girl, I didn't see them because I had the depression blinder on. Couldn't see it. And but I also still acknowledge the fact that it was there, but I also got sexually harassed a lot. Sexual harassment was higher.
Oh,
And I was
I'm
just
so
like,
sorry.
yeah, I was just like, well, shit.
Oh,
And but the thing is, it's higher for darker skinned Black girls, even more so. So it's just like, because nobody will believe, there's a lower chance of them being believed because there's this racial stigma of them being portrayed as being more hyper sexual, which is really fucked up.
Yeah.
It's very fucked up. Very messed up. And so, but it's just like, again, they deal with whatever I dealt with, it was tenfold for them. And I saw that. I witnessed it. I even reported a boy in our school for sexually harassing her because I was just like, look, you won't believe her, but she'll believe me, which is really messed up. But they did.
I'm so sorry, girl.
Yeah, but back to my point is there is some level where we do have to feel like we do feel that pressure to portray a certain way, like code switching is what it's called. But I've done that a couple of times at work, especially if you work in retail. You do it a lot. You're just like, oh, hi, how are you today? And it's weird how that lowers somebody's guard more so than just me being myself.
Yeah.
And it's just like, wow. That's like, Jesus, that's really messed up. But and there's a magnifying glass put on you. If you mess up, that's it.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Taylor, I'm so sorry you had to go through that, girl. You didn't deserve that.
No, nobody does. And that's why
it's about that no one believed you, which is so heartbreaking. I mean, that should be taken it seriously, no matter the skin color or anything, the age or what. When someone does that shit to you, that's a serious thing. I mean, people have died because no one has took them seriously. And I just find that so disgusting.
And see, the thing with Meghan that people don't realize, she was over there by herself. It was like you had nobody in your corner. Now, my big mystery with her that I want to ask your mama from Compton. She walking around here with locks. So I'm just trying. It's like I'm trying to figure out. Okay, girl. It's almost like you want to be black when it's when it's convenient.
Yeah.
I live in Chicago, so she went to school up here, but I'm from the deep South. Okay, and I'm just kind of like,
wait, hold on, Burgundy, Candace, we're gonna bring in Andra, and I'm stirring the pot with this one, but Megan's black ass is also gonna be entering the room.
Yay!
All right. Here we go.
Wait a minute. Time out. What is happening? Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Loud and clear, boo. Loud and clear.
Okay,
Hey,
so
y'all.
Mr. Liam, I do have something to say to you. Like, you've
Go
been
right
going
ahead.
in about a whole lot of stuff, and you are a baby. Like, you're 26. I'm about to be 40 years
Well, I'm
old.
also
right?
judgmental, so that's why.
You're very judgmental, and I'm like, what is happening right now? When it comes down to Megan and everything and how that played out, I know as a British guy, y'all feel some type of way, but as a black woman, I'm gonna say, can't nobody tell me that. First of all, everybody over here in the States still say queen and prince and all that. There ain't no queen or prince to me. I'm not from the UK. You get what I'm saying? They just regular old Elizabeth, Harry, and all them. That's what they regular old is to me. So to me, for you to say that a black woman ruined somebody that they already was kind of like tainted, I just don't like it. Alex, I've been rocking with Alex for a very long time, for over 10 years. But I just feel like your commentary you have been so judgmental. And I know Alex with his roasted review, I watch him anytime he posts something. I know how Alex can be, but I feel like when Alex says stuff, it's like he's coming from a point of some type of knowledge and some type of age where
And
he
Alex
can
is black.
speak. Right.
Mm.
So when you say something, it's like my guy, I love you, Alex. I just wanted to come on and say that because I really feel like you pick the people that you gonna pick, and I'm gonna rock with you. I'm always gonna be here for Pop Rose, all the alleged
it's an
Rose.
open forum, and this is the thing. This is, and like you said, he is a kid. He hasn't even done the required viewing yet. This is a wonderful learning experience.
Yeah.
Right.
It has been
So because when I first started watching
you,
you, he was like 16 in high school. You get what I'm saying?
Oh
So I'm like, you judging all these people, and you was a teenager when I first started watching Alex. I was like,
oh my God! Now
but I'm not trying to be mean or rude. I'm just speaking my opinion because that's what we're here for, right? So I just feel like, if we gonna keep it
one my age in the street,
we're gonna do that. I appreciate what what is it, Bougie said. I liked all of her commentary. But Megan's black ass, that's funny. Megan's black ass.
me and Broke with Bougie go way back to New York. That's Instagram chats.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
And Megan's black ass. We want to hear what you have to say.
I just had a question. So you said that you feel like Megan emasculated him. Do you feel that way? Like, do you feel that she's aggressive? Is that what you're trying to say? Like, does something about her give off an aggressive tone to where you feel that she could even emasculate him? I don't get where that came from. What about her gave you that impression?
Somebody better let him know not to say aggressive.
That's why I want to. Like,
I didn't mean aggressive or emasculate. It's like she rules the roost. She tells him how to act. That's what I mean by emasculating.
But hold on now. Don't
think that. Like,
wait. Now I want to say, don't most women rule the roost?
Yes.
Don't most women tell their husbands how to act? And I will say this: I want a husband, so I can have somebody to tell me, "Al, calm the hell down." Girl,
and it's not always a bad thing.
It's cute. It's cute in a pinch.
Men need somebody that it's like, okay, I have to impress you, and I don't want to disappoint you.
Yeah, I understand that, folks, but it's one of those things where it's different when you come from a certain type of people.
Yeah, I guess, different perspectives, but also at the same time, it's like we wanted to let you know that your intentions may have not been this, but it does come across like we feel that sting because
Mhm.
it's like we feel her wake up call. We feel it because it's like if we were in that situation, we'd be treated the exact same way by
Yeah.
Sky News, by Fox,
And
and it's just like
that's the thing.
They
The
put her
essence
out
of
there like she was really like this, the woman that bought down the crown or the castle. When we not really, if we really gonna talk about it, let's talk about y'all queen, not ours, Elizabeth, who stole and had jewels that was stolen from African people in her crown. So we can talk about that.
I may be British, but I think that's fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, it just was a dog whistle to me because I think that everybody, all the Black women on here, are used to being watched under such a huge microscope where we have to smile 24/7, or we're looked at as aggressive, or we have to speak a certain way in certain situations, or we're mean and we're mad. So it's like, what about her gave you that impression? That's all that I want to know.
And also because, as I was saying earlier about me being, the thing is, I'm more believed over the darker skinned Black girl. It's kind of in a similar context of people look at a lighter skinned Black person or a mixed race person as less aggressive.
Right.
And it is based in racial bias and racism in general. But
and me being, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but it's like when we hear the words emasculate, we associate it immediately with aggressiveness. It's because it's already been like hinted to, not even hinted, it's already been like bombarded.
It's like indoctrinated in our and then when me being from the South, it's way different because me being from the South, being from New Orleans, because I think Candace, I don't know where she went. She said something earlier about New Orleans, and she said something about Monroe. I heard what she said.
Oh, that was me.
From New Orleans, that was you?
Yeah.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah. I'm from Lake Charles.
Have you ever been to New Orleans?
No, I have been, and I realized my mistake. I should have said Monroe, which is why I said Monroe.
I got
instead.
family in Monroe. I was like,
I'm sorry, baby.
Happening?
I'm sorry. I've been up there before. I mean, granted, then again, I might be still salty
that is
from
like
my
the
brother's
country,
game.
the more country part where it's more swampland over there.
It is.
Monroe. But what I'm saying is, me being from New Orleans, just being a woman, a Black woman from the South, raising 4 young Black men. When somebody say aggressive, I have to be and stand up and speak up and say what it is that I need to say and get it across and let you know that you're not gonna come and try to play with me. Yes, they have their fathers who are involved. There are 2 fathers that are involved, but at the end of the day, I don't like when people say aggressive when it comes to Black women, just because sometimes we have to be louder to be even heard. And a lot of the times, even when we're heard, we're not heard. You know what I mean?
I would say there's a difference between assertive and aggressive.
Right.
I will say as a Black man, like, I don't know the Black woman struggle, but I think as Black people, we can all say we don't like that.
It's like the same plight. Right.
We're just trying to prove our point when we're simply trying to say, hey, you're trying to run over me and I'm not going to allow that.
You know what?
And we're just simply trying to educate you. That's what we're trying to do. Is like so
it's
that
not
way,
like coming at you. It's just more like, I know you're young.
You're young, and it's part of my generation that got y'all all jacked up. I'll admit it, because I'm Generation X, y'all. Some of my friends, I said, yeah, we're the ones that kind of got y'all messed up, because I'm going to consider you like Generation Z. But the thing is, like with Megan's situation, I read the British tabloids online. I read like The Sun and stuff. And Kojo was talking about it on his channel, Little Black Book 91. And I was like, okay, this is crazy. Of people just having all these articles. And I'm sitting here like, and Megan barely talked. But people got all
right.
And that's the thing with the British press.
All these opinions. But then if you think about it, if you look at the royal family, because you're looking at somebody who was in I think I was in the 5th or 6th grade when Princess Di got married, and we all stayed home from school to watch that.
Oh wow.
None of those women in the family you ever hear from or have an opinion. And then when you look at Meghan, the way she grew up, the way she was raised, the way they talked about how she didn't like this commercial on TV, so she wrote the company and they changed the commercials. She was doing that as a kid. So you got women in the royal family, you don't hear from them. Now, now they're trying to say stuff about Kate. The only person you knew that was running stuff was Queen Elizabeth, and now she's gone. So it's just kind of that thing. It's nice kind of hearing your perspective because, like I said, you're over there and we're over here.
I lived through it.
Yeah, but here's the one thing I'm gonna give you advice on being Gen Z that I've known. And I'm not saying like you per se, but I'm really getting sick and tired of that generation. They want to use today's morals and values on something that happened 100 years ago. Oh my God, I can't believe you did that. And I can't believe, people were this.
It's the cancel culture of it all.
Why did black people, why did black people sit up there and, what are you talking about? They had to get off the sidewalk if a white person worked down. I would have never done that. No, you've been dead 60 years ago.
Yeah, I agree.
It's context, yeah.
Your nails look good, Alex. But I understand what you're saying.
Oh, those look cute.
Yeah.
Those look really cute.
Yeah. Well, let me ask y'all something. Okay, we done had our TED Talk deep.
Right.
Yes. No, I'm sorry.
And just before we go into any other
and also, I will
anyone
say,
who took offense to what I've said, I'm
No,
sorry.
no. You were.
It's a learning process.
It is.
Yeah, but I know some people may feel offensive to that, and I will say blanket statement. Apologize. I hold my hands up.
I have to teach him. It's okay.
You sat here and you listened, and you see that's a lot of us, especially black folk. Just sit and shut up and listen.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't,
Yes.
I've had white people say stuff, and they were like, "Wait a minute, I don't get what does?" Then they go, "Oh, okay."
The best thing that can happen out of this is you go back and you tell your other friends that of the persuasion complexion, the complexion for the protection. You go and spread the word and let them know, so that way it can continue to go on where it's not going to be, we can all be on a level playing field and we can all respect each other.
And that's what I want. That's what I want for everyone.
That's great.
Really.
Yeah, that's it.
As long as everybody is respectful,
Right.
I enjoy talking to all. Like, I love talking to everybody.
Right.
I'm a talker. I love that this is a safe space forum where we can have interesting conversations. And we're all not going to agree. We've done lives and we've had some people on that it's like, oh, what'd you say? And then we can, we can talk about it as long as we're respectful.
Right.
In the words of Alex, let's talk about the mess. Okay, Alex, bring up something ratchet.
Yes.
Somebody yell at that's like you don't do love and marriage.
How about we talk about Kendra and Jock off of Love and.
I'm more interested in Bell Collective. That's what I'm behind on because Bell.
But what about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta with Kendra and Jock and their marriage, supposed in the baby?
God. You see, I'm gonna get to it, but it was off for so long, and the channel still survived. So I'm like, do I have to go back to that? I would honestly rather replace that segment with this.
Yes.
More interesting. Has this hour and a half been more interesting than Love and Hip Hop Atlanta? Put a one in the chat if this has been more interesting than Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
I mean, it really has. I'm just saying, it's just funny to me because the shows, a lot of the shows,
we've had laughs. We had everything Love and Hip Hop won't give you except for a chicken gift.
But see, a lot of the shows that you review, I started watching reviews
syndication the next 3 weeks
because of Alex and Bondi. I started watching reviews because of them. And so when I started watching the reviews, I don't even have to watch. I don't watch Love and Marriage Huntsville. I can watch the reviews and know that Martell ain't shit. Melody is the best person on the show. The Mama Wanda is crazy as hell. I don't know none of these people.
Liam, do you watch these shows?
No, I do what Andra does. I watch the reviews and keep pushing.
Okay.
Okay.
Sign up for OWN online and do a streaming service.
Right.
Who remembers how
If I find something I think is cute, then I'll do the streaming services. But for everything else, I watch Alex's reviews and keep it pushing.
Yeah, you're not missing nothing as far as when it comes to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. The only thing I thought was really funny is that, you know, she did an interview with DJ Richie Sky. Kendra did, Jock's wife. And then she was like, oh, you guys will see what happens. And then she comes back and act like she didn't know about a baby. Then come to find out he really did have a baby. During their break.
I'm sorry.
I was like, wait a minute. And then she still married him knowing this. So when she went in and all the everything came out in the tabloids, she already knew about the baby. They was just trying to hide it so nobody else would know.
Andrea.
I mean, that's what happens when you have an outside baby.
Yeah.
I don't want to call a baby bullshit, but why would you sit up here and talk this shit? Oh, Lord.
I'm telling you, it's a hot mess over there in the ATL when it comes to the reunion for Atlanta, all that. It's a hot mess. Did you watch, Alex? Did you watch Salt Lake City?
Oh, let's get into
you
that.
reviewed it. You reviewed it.
Yes, he did.
You did.
That is giving. They are hitting their stride like Potomac. We are getting good honky drama, and I am here for it. Also, I love the complete omission of Jenny Wen.
Right.
Oh, they cut her all the way out. I was so happy.
They did.
Jenny, and I love
you know she did do the taping for like 3 weeks. They completely was like, we're not showing her. She's done. She's trash. Bye-bye.
I'm here for Meredith.
And I'll tell you something. In 5 years, that husband gonna leave her.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Y'all, I gotta
got
go.
a harem lined up. You know he want like 2-3 wives anyway.
What is the question I have for the chat?
And
hey y'all, I'm about to go, y'all. I got church in the morning.
You about Taylor?
Okay,
I gotta go. Bye, y'all.
Bye, Taylor.
Bye.
Yeah. And here's the thing. He's going to use her racial rants against her in divorce court because he's going to say that she affected their business. He's going to use that to take the kids and take everything. He's taking everything. He's taking everything.
Yes.
He's on Gerald Levert.
The question
That's why you ain't heard nothing. He's sitting back and waiting just like a spider, like Jen Shah's husband.
Coach Shaw's black ass.
I would say an earwig.
Let me tell you.
I would say an earwig.
I have this feeling that he's doing like a Phaedra Parks. I know this person is doing something. I can't put my finger on it. I'm gonna keep my money separate.
Right.
Because it
always have a secret bank account.
Yeah.
Yes.
It seems to me that just like remember, nobody could tell you what she did. Remember that was on the reunion?
Not even her.
Yeah, and Heather was like, well, I know she do something with telemarketing, but I really don't know.
That was season 1.
Yeah, I have this feeling. I don't think Coach Shaw knows the full extent, but I think after a while, he probably was like, all right, she's making ridiculous amounts of money.
Right.
But do y'all think
just give me a doll's tea.
Do you think that
like she's free basing something?
His personality? Do you think he's faking his personality? Because y'all remember on the reunion last season how they showed like his part of the audition tape? He was so outgoing and like, oh, my wife spends $50,000. And do you remember that part? That's completely opposite of how he acts on the show. So I'm like, what's going on?
I think he's probably low key, but he was hyping it up because you could tell she's the one that really wanted to do this show.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was just kind of.
She wanted to bring in some legal money. That's what she wanted to do.
You know,
to watch it because she got in trouble for money laundering, so she was trying to watch her money.
Allegedly,
we don't.
Please say allegedly.
Not Jen Shaw.
Actually, no, not allegedly. It's been proven. She
right. I'm like she's guilty.
Oh, not a Jen Shaw.
Next.
Yeah, she pled guilty. She said it in front of the court of law, so we can no fucking.
But the cool part about her pleading guilty to me was all last season. Why y'all don't have my back and nobody believes me? But I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. Then when she comes out and pleads guilty. Like, girl,
it's
Meredith,
so awkward.
You should have egg on your face.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But now Meredith's trying to, like, I guess, save face and act like
Meredith is doing this for a plot line, because here's the thing: when you're on a show like this, it is wonderful to stand next to the tornado. That way, the camera is on you, but you aren't a part of the mess. Right. Meredith is the queen of disengage. I gotta hate it. I hate it. Now,
exactly.
Meredith.
All reality TV, because in the real world, Andrea.
Yes.
If me and you was girls.
Okay. Right.
But I get up here and call Megan's black ass. Okay, literally Megan's black ass. And say, yeah, Andrea's fucking all these dudes. I'm sorry, Alex, I don't say that. Doing all this and blah, 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 blah.
Right.
I'm gonna put the cash app in because we ain't getting paid for this. So I'm gonna put the cash app in.
You cuss me out. We don't talk for a while.
Right.
And 3 months later, I'm like, hey girl. And you like, hey girl. Now that's reality TV. That is not the real.
That's not reality.
I want to say this. Wait, hold on. I gotta say also, Meredith is playing the long game.
She is.
She is.
Marks. She was a lawyer. She is.
Exactly. So now hold on. She also came on this show for Twink Marks.
Yeah.
Meredith came on here to hawk her jury and for Twink Marks, because you see, Twink Marks now has a show online where he's interviewing the kids of other Bravo celebrities.
I seen that, but they got the most boring kids out of everything. They went and got Riley.
Wait. They are trying to make his most ass the next face of Bravo. They are grooming him to be the next Andy Cohen. That's why he hasn't come out yet. Everything with him is a production. This is all very calculated. I see it coming from a mile away. I've been doing this shit for 10 years.
But this one,
I know what I'm talking about.
But this one gives
Meredith is happy to stand next to Jen to keep herself a storyline for this season without having to put her marriage on Front Street. Also, using the wheels for her son's career. This is all very master plan.
Right. Oh, wait a minute! Not career like Amada Lanega.
Right.
Career.
This is why we don't play in court.
That's right.
I want to know though, at the reunion, how's she gonna justify, like, you're mad at Lisa, what she did, she can't come back from, but you're sickened by Jen, who literally robbed people for millions.
Jen was a friend she kind of met on the show. Lisa was her ride or die.
Supposedly.
Yeah, but
allegedly.
She thought Lisa was her ride or die. But see,
they act like they aren't even friends anymore. How Lisa's talking on Watch What Happens Live, it's like, what?
See, Meredith.
If you tell me I didn't
hold on. Let me say, I think that Meredith, we're not giving her enough credit. I think Meredith knew Lisa was a two-faced, non-house having sorry heifer with a husband who can only run up under her because he can't make any real money on his own.
Lisa's rich.
Meredith knew that Lisa would get on a show like this and expose herself, and she would be able to use that as a plot line too. Meredith is the type of woman who will hang around you because she knows I can give you enough rope to hang yourself when I need you out to dry.
That part.
Meredith is cunning. She's a cunning East Coast lawyer. I know the type.
She definitely is.
But see,
she definitely is.
Lisa done messed with the wrong one.
I think that, my unpopular opinion, I like Lisa, but I think that all these girls, yes, I know. I think all these girls want to be Lisa's friend secretly. Because I really do think that Lisa is that girl in Salt Lake City outside of the show. Like through her business, through running Sundance, I think everybody kind of wants to be cool with her. And that's how she's able to bring all these girls on the show. So I think she's going to have a good season. I think she got Whitney on her side.
You see, I do like, she didn't bring anybody on the show. They
say she brought her on the show?
That is a picture they paint. They talk about it on many reality show podcasts. You act like you're a friend of this person. That's how they introduce you. These heifers don't know each other. Lisa does not run Sundance. They just give a good illusion. Like, what do you know about my life?
It's a so-called friends you make in Big Brother.
Right, but it's also more digestible if it's that person is more digestible if they come in with someone that we already kind of like, feel like they're cool, so they bring them in. That's just like Drew came in supposedly through Cynthia, but Drew actually was friends with Eva, and so it was more digestible because we all like Cynthia to bring her in through Cynthia versus a Kenya at the time, because that's when Kenya was still all over the place and all that. But now, they I think that's how they do it. They play on it to kind of ease them in,
and you've got to have a genuine connection with the group where it's like, oh, okay, this is why you're invested. Okay, this is why you care. It can't be a show about five heifers just meeting up, because then it's going to be like, well, I don't care about your opinion. I don't care about your opinion. And then
right. They have nothing to talk about.
We can't be doing the arguing bottoms series. We can't.
But I thought at the reunion that they all had a moment where they had to basically all say something nice to Lisa. And everybody was like, Lisa brought me on the show, so I genuinely appreciate her for that. Didn't they have that last season?
They did say that Lisa was the one that kind of got the girls together initially. Yeah. Most of the girls with Jen.
Wait, what franchise are we talking about?
We're talking about Salt Lake City.
Oh, that's okay. I thought we were talking about Dubai for a minute. I was like, that's
no,
I
don't. Oh, no. Lisa was the one that got the girls together.
I saw a comment about Dubai, and then I heard Lisa, and I was like, Lisa from Dubai.
Oh, you think about Lisa Milan?
But Lisa Barlow, that tirade she went on, she's never going to be able to live down. Now, what I do think could happen with her is they may chew her up and spit her out, because they may let her think she's going to get a redemption story. I don't think Meredith will ever let that happen. I think Meredith
at all.
I think Meredith is going to hold on to this so tight that even when Meredith dies, you're going to have to bury her with Lisa's leg, because she's not going to let it go.
You saw how she acted with Jen and Brooks. She definitely held a grudge, so she needed a storyline. Now she's friends with Jen.
I would call Twink Marks a sissy bitch to his face, because he
annoys me. Everything about him annoys me. And I love my LGBTQ plus IA plus community, but he annoys the shit out of me. I just want to really just push him down real hard and then walk away.
He's not attractive or talented enough for his attitude. He could have
that
attitude if he was hot.
He gives me a bitchy Seattle bottom cheese.
If he
not a bottom.
Yes, Liam.
You're right. But you know the one thing I could give Brooks credit for?
Having his story together before Sheree.
Wait a minute.
Right.
We gotta clap it up. We gotta clap it up. At least his shit was ready to
Wait a minute. He was able to have everybody on the show wear his tracksuits. Sheree still ain't got the cast wearing.
Well, you heard what Sheree did, right? See, Alex, you haven't done the reviews, and I've been wanting to say something about it. You ain't did your reviews, but let me tell you something. You know what Sheree, dirty mother, her ass did? She gave all those clothes out on part 3. You know she took that shit back.
I said that early doors, Audra.
She went on Dish Nation or something, and was saying that the clothes that Sheree was giving out at the end of the reunion finale, she came back and was confiscating the clothes back. The only person that got to keep their stuff was Andy Cohen.
It was a PR stunt.
Because when they rolled out the rack, most places, if it was a duffel bag, it'd be full of stuff, and you have 5-6 duffel bags. I know.
The reason why I think Sheree did that is that she wants to keep Andy on site so she can keep her picture next season.
Somebody said, Sierra Mist in the chat said Brooks manipulates his mom. No, I think you just
I don't know about that.
I will say, if she had divorced him, I would have gotten even by getting with his dad. I would have taken Seth. Me and Seth would have been real happy on the East Coast. Yep.
Yeah. He does manipulate his mom.
Alex, you into Seth? That's your type?
His dad looking better. He looks better and better every season.
His dad is giving me daddy vibes.
Yeah, and I'm not
It's
even
his
into. I'm not
personality.
into the Caucasian guys like that, but he looks better and better every season. He
He's
does.
not ugly. He's just weird.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You see the look he gave Lisa when Lisa tried to talk to him.
Because I don't know what's wrong with Lisa husband.
Yeah.
But you know what? Lisa husband, I can see where it was there, but she done drained out the life out of him. But let me tell you something about your husband. Her husband, I wouldn't be surprised if he got a side piece.
Well, Lisa's husband looks like a prune, so it fits.
I was going to say his issue is poor DNA. Now Seth, he's aging like a fine wine. Where I'm like, you're going 60.
No, if it was poor DNA, it would be inbreeding. He's not
look
inbred.
real good on him. And I will say, I live in San Francisco, so I see someone like, that 50 ain't looking so bad. And now that I'm 10 minutes away.
Lisa always hollers about she's Queen Bee because I got some Mormon friends. See, Lisa is mad because one, she's not a born Mormon. She's not
She's like Catholic, right?
Heather. And see, Lisa can talk about Heather all she wants. Heather got all the money.
Well, if Lisa was Queen Bee, why would she got like a Wheaties box?
Say what now?
If Lisa was Queen,
Heather is built like a box, but Heather could go and get that sucked out because let me tell you, in the words of
but then she'll look like Star Jones, though, Bougie. She'll look like Star Jones. I don't have people's surgery.
Chris Rock, money turn a ball spot into a pot.
Right.
I'm telling you.
Money was telling you. Ball spot into a pot.
She was good whenever they were. I don't know what they're doing, dancing, twerking on the floor on the.
Oh my goodness, she looked like she had got a little work, a little BBL done.
Yeah, I was like, okay, she has a little.
Yeah, it looked like she got a little BBL done.
Andre, you think that's a BBL? I just think that's just a butt lift thing.
I don't. Whatever anybody want to do, they go right on the head. But I think that with her, she got something done because she got a little bit more in the rear.
Well,
it's like her waist.
That's one thing. Butt lift.
But it's not bad. It's not. She did it. What if she did? If she moved some fat around, she did it tasteful.
Right.
No,
I mean she's still built like a Frigidaire now, but she got like
Heather is sweet. She got a goofy personality.
I like Heather.
Whose side are y'all gonna be on whenever Whitney and Heather go at it?
Not Frigidaire.
Well, I think I'm gonna be on probably Heather's side because Whitney annoys me with her voice sometimes.
Yeah, she talks like a baby.
Yeah,
she does.
What did y'all
she
say?
She has that Fantasia voice.
Whitney is another example of a smart woman playing stupid to placate a man.
Agreed. She talks like a baby, but she manipulates so much.
She's a Portia of Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
She's the Portia of Salt Lake City. Everybody think Portia's dumb. Portia's not dumb. That girl gets her money.
She is quite cognizant.
Yeah.
Portia's very smart in what she's doing. She's making moves. Okay.
And this is why I'm still single because I'm too smart. They realize they can't play me. They're like, oh shit, he's funny. Which means he's smart, which means he gets onto my games, which means I can't pull the wool over his eyes, so I don't want to deal with it. Because you can't control it.
Exactly.
You better manipulate these men, Alex. You live in a richest city.
I'm not a manipulator. I'm very honest. I tell you up front, I need a $75,000 engagement ring, a house in a decent area, a new leased car every year, and a decent fur coat every year.
Oh.
Manifest, baby. Manifest.
Do I ask for an allowance? No. But like we're splitting the mortgage on a decent place and we're living in the suburbs in a gated community.
I mean, get your money.
You gotta, if you don't ask for it, how they gonna know?
I just want to have a certain kind of life.
Oh, that's gonna be my new thing. If I don't ask for it, then how will you know?
If I don't tell you, then I'll be disappointed.
Alex wants the Blanche Devereaux career, the Blanche Devereaux exec.
I got you, Blanche Devereaux. I can see it. Question for everybody: who looks at Beverly Hills Real Housewives?
I watch Alex's review.
And I just watched the review. I watched Alex and Chris review of it. Cause yeah, I just think it's a whole lot of whiting over there, like white lighting and gas lighting and things like that over there. And I be like, hold on, because they be coming for like Garcelle and then Renna. They get away with saying stuff, but Lisa, I mean, what's her name? Erica Jane is gonna try to make me believe that she didn't know nothing. And then she's like, she don't feel like she has to apologize.
You need to look at it this
I mean,
season.
come on.
Garcelle.
I heard it was good. I've been watching Alex and Chris's reviews. I heard it's good.
Just been like letting it. Garcelle just been letting it rip. Finally, like she doesn't care. But it's
finally, because what's she been on for? What, 4 seasons now?
I think what it is, all these shows, they used to be cute, a little light shade. Now they've all gotten real dark. Like it's not.
Yeah.
Fun.
Like I'm married to medicine. I mean, ever since Toya went bitch, it's been the same ballpark.
Oh,
do we all look at Married to Medicine? Can we switch over to Married to Medicine?
I'm still impressed with how she went Aldra like that.
To Medicine, I think is the best thing that Bravo got on right now, in my opinion, on Sunday nights.
Now
and you know that means they don't have a lot on, but 2 things. So I watched Married to Medicine.
That feels this way. Because people are all like, oh my God, they're accusing a black woman of robbing a house. Let me tell you something. Boy, you talk so much smack. And I'm kind of like, if you're going to dish it, you got to be able to take it. No, right. I don't think she robbed the house. But I can see.
Hell, I don't believe that. I know that she had a party that night. It came out that she had a party that night.
I gotta say something. You know what I don't believe?
What you don't believe?
I don't believe those house poor fools had any jury up in there. I don't believe that heifer had a ruby, an emerald, a sapphire, or a diamond. I think
she just tried to say that it was
wedding ring, but the way her man was doing the Eugene Sweat when they was building that house, girl, you ain't got jury money.
But you gotta remember, Alex. You got to remember on this season, he said, see, here's the difference between them and Eugene and Toya. When he said they went over budget on the house, he wasn't happy. Okay. Then, she talked about how she got this several $100,000 in free furniture. And people like, no, she didn't. I said, I don't know, because I don't follow Anila like that. She
you can't follow her because she's not a real blogger.
Yeah, but here's the thing. When he said after the pandemic, his business started booming, and he said, "Oh, we good. Now this is the forever house. We not moving." I was like, "Okay, I can get with it." Mm-hmm. But Eugene and Toya, see, it's just the thing of Toya. You brought your ghetto friend Carmitha because Heavenly told it. Heavenly said Carmitha pushed Anila. Mm-hmm. They signed.
No, and wait. Heavenly, Quad, and Funky Dineva was just on the live 2 days ago, and Quad even said that. Quad was like, she actually got Anila on the ground.
Right, but see, I think they signed in their contract. I think you can't sue. Because see, I couldn't understand why did they not include that.
Because she wasn't supposed to even be taping that day.
That's right. Carmitha wasn't even supposed to be there.
She wasn't even supposed to be there.
So I'm kind of like with the Toya situation. No, you're on the show. You talk smack about people. I don't think she had the thing robbed. I can see why they suspect it, but then it's the reality.
Yeah, I can see that too.
But here's the thing. Do you think that Toya's being gaslit, or this is on her own ish?
I think it's a lot of what she said, and she's been gaslit too. But at the same time, she's falling for it all. I just think that
I believe she was being gaslit up until the point she had that fight with Aldra.
Well, I would have fought Aldra too, because you can't be chest bumping me like now you're in my space.
Audra had no business chest bumping.
I was trying to like Audra. I was trying to like her. Like and I still don't.
But she young and she 30 and she trying to have a moment. People was talking about, oh, the moment fell flat with Toya. I said, but see, here's the thing. You always know when somebody telling the truth on Toya when she wants to talk about why you all in my business.
Right.
She don't say it's a lie. She don't say you lying. So when Audrey did that, but see, remember, Heavenly also said Toya said a bunch of stuff before Audrey pulled out that calculator and they cut it out. And see, that's the problem with these reality shows now with social media. See, they're going back telling you what really happened because you know, I was like, why is she getting all aggy? You know, why is this coming out?
So do you think she's getting a Nini story? Do you think she's getting the Nini storyline where she's gonna be phased out?
It's the edits. I think a lot of it has to do with the editing. They edit a lot of stuff out.
I don't think she'll get phased out, maybe, Liam. But see, the thing with Toya is Toya has a whole business. She doesn't talk about it on Bravo because she doesn't want to give the cut. You know, she doesn't want to give her cut of the money.
What business she got?
In the street.
They say she has wine.
That's the only business I know she had is her business in the street. I didn't know she really had a business. I didn't know that. I didn't really know.
Well, then again, it's a bit like a soup container, so it fits.
You know,
I'm just saying, I didn't know about her business. I never heard nothing about it because if she was on her real thing where everybody gonna keep coming at, if somebody gonna keep coming at me about me moving every season or every other season out of my finances, I'm on the IRS, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. She need to get on in her Candy Burris bag and promote her business then, because really, she obviously need it because she got 7 liens. She's supposed to make $1 million. Audrey took that girl down to like $26, and that's all she had in her pocketbook. So what?
Because I'm sitting here like, how do you have real estate issues and you gonna try to flex on a real estate attorney?
I agree.
It's the same situation like
when it comes down to Toya, I just feel like if your storyline every season is gonna be about you either talking bad about your husband, keep that out the street. You either moving, keep that out the street. Like, you just need to be more humble. Because I'm not mad at her for being a kept wife. You know what I'm saying? You can't be mad at somebody if their husband don't mind them being at home.
And that can look good on some people, being a kept wife.
Yeah, but
that can look good.
I don't like how she goes about it though. It's like she's draining him so much. I don't like that.
She is, but she makes it. I don't like how she makes it seem like she's better than everybody.
If they had kept their house from season 1, Toya could be kept, and he wouldn't be stressing himself out.
Right.
That part.
Let me give you a news.
It's the Sharice Jordan story.
Yeah. Let me give you a news flash. The very first house they had, they still have it. They moved because it was a robbery in the neighborhood, and then they started doing this. But see, Toya, this is what I keep trying to tell people. Money don't buy.
They still got the first house, so why instead of moving to a rental, not move back into the first house?
Not the first house.
It's a foreclosure
on the show, but there's a house before that. They showed it.
Okay. The one that they wrote their name in the foundation, and then all of a sudden, after they wrote the name in the foundation, it was too small. We talking about that house.
It was before that one.
Okay.
This house wasn't even really on the show. They showed it like one time where they used to live. See, Toya is.
That one that had the driveway that circled around. It was that big one that they had, right?
Before that.
Where she had like a 3-story closet or something.
Not that one. We talking like they never lived in.
You see what I'm saying? You see how many times I didn't name about 4 houses, and you said not that one, not that one, not that one.
See, here's the thing that people
forget. Too much to keep up with. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just tired of this with these married couples. Everybody's talking about Eugene. Eugene married her. He knew exactly what he married. And if you really want to make a change, I tell people 2 sides of the same coin.
Mm-hmm.
But see, the thing is, what kills me about Toya is she's so new money.
Yes.
I'm sitting here like, you always talking about labels, and you always looking like a Walmart thought.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not.
And
Jackie Toya.
I will say with Eugene, he is living out his small penis high school fantasy.
Yes.
He finally has the girl that was looking for a baller.
Mm-hmm. A trophy wife.
And see, the thing about Eugene, he's not ugly to me. He's not my type. He's not ugly. But Eugene lost some weight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he can pull somebody.
I don't think Eugene's an ugly guy either. I just think that to me personally, I will take him if Toya don't want him.
I would definitely take him.
I'll stay home and I'll make sure.
Energy.
Huh?
He gives off too much bottom energy for me.
See, I think like if you want to go and watch the game and you done worked 14 hours today, and the kids is like, only thing daddy want to do is go, and I don't have to go to work. Only thing taking care of home is work. Okay, trust. I know. I said that earlier. I have 4 boys. I know they are older, but they're still young, still school age too. So
you're not going to be done until they're like 35. Just to let you know.
Well, my oldest is 20. My youngest is 12.
These are going to be the new hard years.
My youngest is 12. So
while they're getting ready to pick their like wives and have kids, that's when you really need parents.
Yeah, I think the thing
is new hard years, Alex. You're right.
Yeah. See, the thing about Toya is somebody need to read her down to the white meat because she's not happy. She was going over to that church talking to somebody, and she
white meat.
Southern saying,
it's like you know how somebody. Yeah, like it's split. Okay. You see, like the white meat of the skin.
Like, no, wait, let me get on my soapbox to y'all. You tried to read me earlier.
It's not a racial. It's not a racial thing. We know you from over the pond, so we gonna have to school you on some stuff. It basically means like if you get a cut or something, or you get hit real hard, and you see like the white part of the skin underneath the skin. The epidermis.
Deep cut.
Like a deep cut. Yeah. I don't see your bones.
Yeah.
I
heard white meat is when I'm eating chicken. I feel like such a fool.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Well, we can all appreciate a little bit of melanin in our lives.
Right.
There you go.
That's it. But see, the thing, I just don't like Toya because she's so selfish.
Yes.
Like she's sitting up here. Okay, first of all, I am not a Heavenly fan. Okay.
Oh no.
Heavenly can be funny. She's funny sometimes. I'm not a big fan of Heavenly.
She's the Tiffany Haddish of Virgin Medicine.
She's just mean.
Like, when her mama died and Toya made that comment, about the mama died, I said, see, Toya, this is why people were accusing you of possibly setting up Anila's house.
Mm-hmm.
Cause see, she's mad. Cause see, she's not happy, and she's mad at everybody else who is either A, happy with their marriage, or B, got more money than her. Because the whole thing with Anila, she technically brought Anila home, and Anila was cool until Anila built that house.
So, was Anila a friend of the show before she became like?
No, she
was. I mean, she was like I thought she was at first, but then I think she was just had her first season last year, right? Her first season was season 8.
Yeah.
But they with the way they played her in the first beginning of the season was like she was just a friend of, because you barely got to really see a lot of her. Right. And then when you did start to see a lot of her, it was more like, okay, so you didn't really get into her too much like that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you, unpopular.
Okay.
I love Heavenly.
Oh Lord.
I know Alice might have something to say about that. I love Heavenly. And the reason why I love Heavenly is because this one over here is probably gonna have something to say. But the reason why I love Heavenly is because she just say what she has to say, but she messy as hell though. There are times when I be like, I have a love-hate relationship with Heavenly. For the most part, I love her as like the entrepreneur, the business woman. She takes up for a man. I could never do as much as she do for Damon. I'm cool. Like that's old school for me. Too much.
Heavenly is like,
hey,
it's like watching the
like it. I love it. Huh?
Yeah. He said
Heavenly is like watching the Wendy Williams show. If you're going to see Wendy fall out.
Yeah, she is kind of like a Wendy Williams in a way.
Heavenly is like diarrhea.
See, I knew it. Here it goes.
Dysentery.
She gets it all out, but she does it in the messiest, noisiest, smelliest, and most disgusting way.
Oh, she performs.
It is uncontrollable.
She does.
And
She
unbelievable.
performs now.
Is she the diarrhea you have at the Chipotle?
I don't eat Chipotle.
I eat Chipotle and I don't get diarrhea now. I don't know what y'all doing over there.
I live in San Francisco. When I say we don't have fast food here, I mean we don't have fast food here. Like
that's because everybody's on a vegan diet. I live in Seattle. I'm from New Orleans, but I live in Seattle, and it's the same way. If depending on what area you in, everybody they got vegan restaurants everywhere.
Andre, it's the Pacific mentality.
See the
I mean, I have never had more salad in my life. It's like you move here and they're just like, you're going to be a bottom or you're going to eat like one.
Yeah. But see, Heavenly split. Heavenly does things so people won't get in her business. When she's always talking about, we have sex every day and we all this. I'm like, you're saying all this outrageous stuff.
Now that's one of the times where I be like, that's too much. TMI.
Yeah, so people won't sit there and read you. See, one person just need to read her like, yeah, bitch, you was raised in a room with no windows. Your daddy went overseas because your mama refused to join him and had a whole nother family that you didn't know about till your daddy died and then you met your brother. Sat up here and got with Damon because deep down you still have doubts that Damon would have still married you if he hadn't have got you pregnant.
Oh, well, damn.
So it's a Travis Scott story.
And you know what? And Hefferly knew she could control Damon. Hefferly knew, oh, I get pregnant, he gonna stay with me. And she knew what she was doing. And she also knew, I'm not the nicest person. And it's not even about looks. You don't have personality. And I can tell that by your sissy son who's hiding. Because she don't bring that son out that much. And every time I see him just switching through the screen.
The second one? It's the second one, right? The second one.
Looks like a fetus.
The oldest, the one who was buying that lake house. And I'm like, yeah, I know exactly.
Oh.
Ooh. Child, he was switching like Big Hip Marcus. I was a child. He was getting to the left, to the right, to the right. I was like, okay, I know that walk, honey. He was strutting down like it was Fifth Avenue.
You know who else? You know who else is gonna come out? And I don't talk about people's children because I don't like nobody to talk about mine. But when this child get old enough, that oldest nephew of the Muncie.
Oh.
Watch. I love them kids. They cute and everything, but this is a little something. Like I said, my sister's full blown lesbian. Okay, my cousin. I can see it a lot of the times, and ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's cringe. I'm cringing.
I just kind of feel like he a little tender. He is in Atlanta.
You gagged us.
I'm sorry, y'all. That was too much. Was that too much?
No, that was great.
Not for the Cuticle Hour.
Okay. Sorry. Speaking of the cuticles, I did this one. I haven't done this one yet. But this is like an ice blue. But
so I messed up two of my nails. So I've got silver, but then we've got the gold sparkle in the middle. And we've got all gold on this hand. And although I
am very Amber Heard of you.
And we're having fun dating, I'm still keeping my options open.
Keep them open.
But you have a potential prospect, like a main.
Like we ain't made it through Christmas yet. Like let's see what he gives me for Christmas, and that'll show me how serious he is.
Well, look, first of all, 2 weeks ago you was like, I can't stand men. F them.
No.
And then on the next pop roast, she was like,
the very next pop roast,
she was like, oh, I got somebody. So is this the same somebody? And is the dating in San Francisco super bad? The dating pool?
Okay. I can be mad at one person and happy with another person at the same time. Again, I'm keeping my options open.
Okay.
Dating here it's difficult because in New York, men were proud of their money. They were flashy with their money. Like I remember, men would tell me how much their house was worth on our first date. I enjoy that. I respond to that. Like, let me know exactly how much you have so I can get the percentage of what will be spent on me. Let me know what kind of life we're going to live up front. Impress me with that. Out here, they're going to keep their money to themselves, and there's nothing more
Alex been gunning for that divorce settlement
than a cheap man. Oh, there's not going to be a divorce. When I say death to us do us part, I mean it.
No, Alex already let everybody know that Erica Jane kept that coot of hers too long.
Right.
He should have been gone. So we know how Alex's story is going to end with the husband. Let him fuck up.
Oh goodness,
I don't know nothing. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to be incriminating anything.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Until your credit rating drops.
Exactly. He is going to be perfectly fine. We are going to be
incredibly
happy together for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, for the rest of your life.
Have to delete some of the videos when your man died.
But
what? You're gonna have to delete your damn YouTube channel.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
As soon as Alex say he get married, everybody delete everything. Okay?
Delete.
Just delete it. Delete the shit.
That's too much.
We don't want nothing in the cloud.
Mimi
we don't want nothing.
I can't stand you. Get an Erica Coot clause. I am done.
Would you date somebody
who Rose is gonna be over? Delete all of that shit. Delete it. Restart anew.
I definitely could see myself trying to explain to the court, honey, it's a bit. It's just
right.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
Well, you know what, Alex? Wait a minute. Because didn't the governor, I think he just signed that law about
rap lyrics.
Yes. Maybe that'll apply to you.
Yep, it's like you can't use anything from the act.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not going to apply to Alex if we keep talking about it. So I think we need to go to another topic. Because
I have a question. Alex,
but yes, dating. What?
Would you date somebody who was into your YouTube? Like, what if he was like, I watch your channel?
I actually have a fun story about that.
Oh, okay.
So here's a little bit of Alex's business. One time back in New York, I did go out with someone very nice. And we had a nice dinner. He lived in Harlem. I lived in Harlem. We lived like 20 blocks from each other. I met him on Jacked. And he just like hit me up and was like, hey, you want to go out? And I was like, sure, you're cute. So it was a great dinner. And he was like, hey, come back to my apartment. I just got it, just fixed it up. And I was like, oh, okay. And I did real estate. So I love seeing a new apartment. We go, I walk in, it's beautiful. It's really nice. And then he turns his television on. Now we had, talked all of dinner and I told him like I was in school. Like I wasn't at the point where I said like I do YouTube full time and I didn't feel the need to disclose that. So we sit in front of his TV, really big TV. And he turns it on and I see T.S. Madison, Maddie Rance, and me. On a big, like 60-inch TV. I'm looking at me from the screen. I'm looking at him from the screen. I turn and look at him because I'm on TV. I'm on TV and like, I'm not used to seeing myself on TV unless it's in my house where it's like, okay, it's normal because I film here. I don't normally see myself on TV on other people's houses. That's just, that wasn't my reality. So I'm looking at me. He's looking at me. And he just ignores it. And it's like, oh, yeah, I'm a big T.S. Madison fan. And I'm like, so you're not going to say, oh, I've seen your show or anything. Just
right.
Then puts on a movie trailer, looks at me and is like, so what do you think? What do you think? Like basically asking me to do a review of like I was at
Oh
work.
no.
Oh no, baby. Oh,
And
no.
like also, but still acting like he doesn't know who I am. And it's like
Right.
I'm not that famous, but if I'm like third suggested in your YouTube and you're a TS, you know who the fuck I am.
Right.
Like, it's not, like,
Exactly.
that was weirder that you wouldn't that you were like, oh, I saw your show, I thought it was funny. I'd be like, oh, cool, great.
Yeah, that is.
So would
weird.
I date somebody that watches my show? Yes, because you're going to eventually, like, you're going to live with me. This is what I do all the time, 24/7. It's what I've been doing for 15 years. It is a part of my life. It is a part of who I am. So you're going to you're not going to have to be a fan, but like, it's going to be a part of your life.
Would you bring him on camera? Would you introduce him to us? Because you know we're nosy.
There is a level of, I would introduce.
Don't do it.
No, hold on.
No.
Hold on. Wait, listen. You don't want to make things a story. And if I have a crouching husband, hidden partner, then it becomes a story where, like Funky Dineva said, don't let nobody spray you with your own tea.
Mhm.
I wouldn't want that to be a story. Like, I was dating Max in New York for 8 months. We were walking the dog, and somebody was like, oh my God, Alex, I love your show. Who is this? And it's like, am I just going to be like, oh, this is my, like, I don't want to deal with that in my relationship.
But
So
see,
I
that's,
would rather
see,
be
that's
honest.
different. Because if you never put the person on your YouTube, then you're good.
No, because the thing is, I still live real life and I run into people that watch the show in real life. I ran into them in Vegas. I run into them here. I run into them in New York. Like, it's going to happen. And it's not always somebody that's a fan where it's like somebody will sneak and take a picture of me and somebody, ooh, look, and it becomes a story when it doesn't need to be.
I think if this is something you're like serious about, do not bring them on camera at all unless you are like seriously in it for like 1 year or something. But you do you, but personally, I would not do that because I know that if you bring them on camera, 6 months later, you're done.
It's not going to be a right away thing, but I would say like, it would be like, okay, if we're getting married, then yes, it's going to be a, hey, this is my husband, just so everybody knows. And it's not something that could come out later and be a problem. I would rather have control of the narrative, control
if
of
it
the
was
story.
That, by all means. But if it's something you meant, like trying to count us 3 minutes into the cut, no.
And people are messy. They'll try to be like, oh, well, I went on a date with him 5 years. Like, they'll try to bring up everything to ruin your relationship.
Yep. And also, I would, again, rather be, again, this is like somebody that I would marry.
Yeah.
Like, if we're engaged, I will go on and put that out there because it's also something that it could end up out there and me not being in control of it. And that's when things can really be a problem.
Okay. Well, we'll be looking for the announcement when it comes.
Just keep your business out the street.
Is it right? That's your main advice to everybody, but you said that you'll put it in the street, possibly.
No, I would say this. I'm not going I humanize myself. Like, I talk about some things because these are shared experiences. And if I'm a comedian and I'm married, my husband is going to be something I talk about. I'm going to talk about
husband is different.
Yeah.
Husband is different.
Like that's who I would only introduce you to. I would only introduce you to somebody where it's like, we're engaged, the date is set, we've got 60 days countdown, yay, we're happy, this is it. It's not going to be like, oh, and now we're doing a show together. But it's like, this is a part of my life. This is somebody you're going to see in the background. This is someone you're going to see me with when I do a live show. Like, this is someone who's going to be a part of it. I'm not going to hide them, but also they're not going to be necessarily a part of the show, but they're a part of my life.
Yeah.
I have a question, Alex. Do you think that Chris was coming for Giselle or coming at Giselle or made a pass at Giselle?
No.
I don't either.
I think Chris is just a nice guy. Like, I'm sorry, Giselle don't seem like Chris's type.
At all.
Like, I just don't like just the personality. Like, Candace will give you sweet and bubbly. Giselle never gives you sweet and bubbly. Now, I ain't saying men don't cheat. I ain't saying that. But just the vibe that I get from Chris, I ain't saying that he wouldn't cheat, but I would be very surprised if it
was with Giselle, right?
With Giselle. I don't think Giselle dark enough for him.
Yeah.
I don't either.
I think he likes. I think he was more interested in you, Andrea. I think
he has more melanated. Like I think he likes more melanated girls. You know what I mean?
I could see him making a pass at Wendy before I could see him making a pass
Right.
at Giselle. Now, Wendy, I could see it. Wendy's educated. Wendy's very kind. Wendy's very warm. I could see that. Not that I would, and I feel like he would respect her husband too much to do that. But I just don't see it. I don't see of all the women to pick from. And also Giselle isn't nice. Like Giselle is the type of woman where it's like, you know, if you hit on her, she gone making a plot line. He may be dumb, but I don't think he's that dumb.
No, I don't think that he's that dumb either. And also I feel like, you know, if anybody did come for Giselle, we would have been heard about it because Robin would have bucked up and, you know, put on her armor to make sure that, you know, her woman was protected. I think we would have heard about that. You know?
Did y'all see It's Rock said that she heard the main storyline this season is going to be colorism again? How do y'all feel about that?
I'm sick of that. I'm sick of it. But I think it exists.
Oh my
it
God.
definitely exists on that show.
It's like
but I'm sick of it.
Season. Like, oh my gosh.
I think it exists on the show though.
Colorism exists, but sometimes people use colorism as an excuse.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. What was her name? OG from Basketball Wives.
Right.
I think now in hindsight, were the girls being colorist? Yes. Did OG make that her plot line and not move forward in the show and do what she needed to do? Also, yes, two things can be true at the same time.
Right.
Agreed. And I think Candace is problematic and mean sometimes, and sometimes her
sometimes.
Right. I was trying to be nice. Candace is all the time. And colorism is an issue. Like both are true. But Candace tries to act like
that little chipmunk is annoying, okay? That chipmunk is annoying. She's a chipmunkette or whatever you call them, and she's annoying, okay?
Candace is not colorism. Candace is you're a bitch who happens to be dark brown. Okay.
Now, see, I was trying to say that.
That's it.
Yes.
There you go.
Say it again.
Perfect way to put it. Hands clap.
You a bitch who happen to be dark brown.
Yes.
Kenya Moore, this applies to you too.
Yes. Amen. Amen.
What?
I just could not believe it.
What?
Like I
have to walk away. I love my Kenya Moore.
I love
now, but
she can be a bitch sometimes.
Like, the thing is, Kenya Moore has been the villain.
She's 50-50, but she needs to sort those corns out.
What time is it over in England? Go to bed.
Do y'all think that King is
I'm marbled up, girl, so I'm awake.
Do you think that King is going to have to go back to being the villain next season? Because people are saying this.
No, because Marlo's coming back.
She's getting the podiatrist.
Marlo's going to go back all that apologizing she did. I hate that they gave her 2 episodes to apologize.
Kenya is in a very difficult position. She has been a villain for so long. She's saying the same note where it's like, if you're going to be on this reality show for these many years, you have to evolve. Kenya's mistake is she hasn't evolved. Now, we've watched Candy evolve. Why is Karen our favorite from Potomac? She has evolved. Why do we love Nene so much? She evolved. We love seeing people grow and change and mature.
She's evolving because she got a daughter now.
And you know what? Karen really did evolve. Karen from Potomac really did evolve because when she first came on, she looked like a foot, and she looks so good now.
Karen's very attractive.
Really good now.
But then again, Karen did have that fake Fendi.
She did. We will never forget that Fendi.
I mean, category is flea market.
Wig shift.
Right.
Yes.
And when she was sitting there trying to give Giselle etiquette lessons, it was almost like she was.
That was season 1.
Now look at Giselle. Giselle has not evolved.
Not at all.
Giselle is still on her charade, scratching, struggling, striving, staying stagnant.
And she still don't have a wig with a good part.
No. Oh, did y'all see that?
Her wig
Andrea,
looks like someone needs
should
to
be
call.
using those Party City wigs.
Giselle's wig looks like someone needs to call CPS. Her wig is not just but it is matted. Her wig needs CPS. It needs government intervention. That wig needs to be taken out of the home.
Resuscitation.
Like neglect.
CPR.
Like neglect.
Restitutions. Her wigs and restitutions.
Do y'all think Robin's gonna get married this season?
Oh,
no.
No.
Robin been getting married since Robin got married. When Robin got married, she wasn't even married.
She gonna marry Ashley Darby before she marry Juan. I want to know what blood is she marrying. Now, when Rob goes down to Atlanta for Gay Pride weekend in September, then I will see her getting married. I could see Rob and DJ Tracy Young from season 2 of Housewives of Atlanta getting it in before I could see her and Rob.
Alex.
Agreed.
And she'll have on a nice pantsuit. And Giselle will be her best man.
Pantsuit. They're getting married in Billabong shorts and sweatshirts with rainbow flip-flops and puka shell necklace.
And they're gonna have on the what's the caps? What them caps is she got? Robin's caps.
I can't remember.
Rob's caps. Yes, her caps.
Yeah, her caps. Or they could go to the heavenly caps that got the wigs attached to them. I don't know.
Hold on, y'all.
It's gonna be a hot mess.
I mean, he getting ready to do a Rob Dixon because somebody talked about in the chat.
Not the Janet Jackson Rob Dixon. Has he froze?
No.
What in the fruit singing hell?
Dixon? And I could have gone.
Well, Alex, I see how you get dates.
Right. I'm like that
I see how you get dates.
Round of applause, baby. That was like 45 seconds.
Right.
You got to give me a tutorial. I see how you get these dates.
I'm gonna get, unless you make over 200,000 cash, I don't need to be talking to you. I don't need to waste my breath control.
Like I said,
listen,
we don't have a private conversation off later. I need a tutorial. But
Alex, have you watched the Jazz Man's Club?
No.
Andrea, I was gonna try to watch it, but Tyler Perry,
I've been wanting to watch it, but I'm like, man, it's always hit and miss.
Y'all gonna make me say the F word.
I know, and that's why I asked Alex, because I know that's a trigger.
I don't need no more struggle stories.
My mama was like, she's a Tyler Perry fan, okay? And so she was like, well, have you seen it yet? I said, Ma, I have to select, like, it's select things that I can watch by Tyler Perry. I've been wanting to see it, but if I hear that it's one of those sad,
I just realized between my breath control and ability to get that leg up.
Oh,
dates, like I said.
You should be Coco Dorms.
I stay ready.
What is the job?
So you're not gonna watch it, Alex? You're not gonna watch the Tyler Perry new movie?
No, because it's Tyler Perry, and I've seen enough bad wigs to last me a lifetime.
Have you watched Dahmer yet?
No, I'm not going to. I don't want to see anything about
it's dark.
Gay men being murdered.
I got to like episode 3. I got to like episode 3, and I was like, "This is dark." It's good. The acting and everything is good.
Yeah,
but I was like, "This is a lot."
But I couldn't watch it because I was about 21, 22 when that went down. So I was doing all of that. See, the thing that just kind of irritated me about it, I mean, not the movie, because they said the acting and Niecy Nash, they say everybody's like great in it, is that he deliberately moved to a poor black neighborhood.
Yes, there you go.
The cops wasn't going to do anything, and because he was messing with men. If those
exactly,
women,
yeah. So he knew it was like a double whammy for him. Like he knew that he could actually get away because I think they said it was like years between when before they actually, I think it was like 16, 17 years before they actually started putting an eye out on him.
But the thing I didn't know, one of the girls at work told me, I didn't know he started living in his grandmother's house. I thought it was always in the apartment. They said he was
because if you ever seen the first movie from like a long time ago, I don't know if it was on Lifetime or whatever. I seen the first one. It shows like he was at his grandma's house and his dad was coming to pick him up or something. And then his dad was going to go in his drawer to get something out of his drawer in the room. In the bottom drawer, he had 2 heads in the bottom drawer.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was like, when I seen like the first couple of episodes of it, because everybody been talking about it, saying how good the acting was. Like I said, I got to episode 3 and I haven't went back. It's just real dark. And it's a story that I already know about. And I'm like, I really don't want to see. I feel like they're giving him too much clout, like, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like because I would say because we lived through it,
right, Liam.
We don't need to see it again. But I am grateful that our story is being told, and the younger generation that did
exactly
now.
Yeah, because I never knew anything about this, so I'm gonna watch it because I'm like I didn't know anything of what y'all are talking about right now.
Yeah.
That people had stuff in drawers, and I didn't know this.
Megan, how old are you?
He was a murderer who was gay, a white guy that was gay that used the Black community and the poor community. And then he also was a cannibal. He ate parts of the bodies of the victims that he killed. It's a sick ass story, but I also agree with what Alex said that it is. I like the fact that the newer generation is getting to see, and then also because there's still people out there like that. We just, they're sick in the head. You can't just go home with everybody. Everybody thinks it's safe to just go home with everybody. It's not cool.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And this is
why
it's a dark story. It's a dark thing to watch.
I'm like, it's too dangerous to be single.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is dangerous.
And also the cost of living is rising. I'm like, look, let's go on and split these bills.
Especially where you live.
Oh, it's even worse in the UK. Trust me.
Do you live in
the cost of living up here? The cost of living in Seattle is just about the same as it is. San Francisco might be a little bit more expensive, but the cost of living in Seattle
like the most expensive
is insane. Like a 1 bedroom in downtown Seattle for a 1 bedroom, a nice 1 bedroom, you're definitely gonna pay between $1,800 to $2,400 a month, depending on where you are.
Yeah, but Liam's right though. I have UK customers, and they come to America, and they're like, "Yay!" They think New York is like, "Jeez!"
Bougie. Like right now in the UK, the cost of living is around. It's going to be like £8,000 per rata per year.
How much is £8,000 US? Do you know?
Because you guys' money is more than ours, right? Their money is worth more, right?
No, the pound's crashed.
Yeah,
the pound and the dollar are about even right now, but normally it was like $1.50 of our money to $1 of theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I work in London, UK, and all the UK people is like coming over here. They're sitting there comparing because it's going back and forth.
It is because we've got some Tea Party foolishness in this country, and we are screwing the pooch.
Let me ask you. Okay, wait a minute. What was that?
I'm like,
we've got some Tea Party situation in this country, and it's screwing the pooch.
What does that mean? What does screwing the pooch mean? Teach us, baby.
Screwing it means it's a way of saying fucked.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Alex,
I like that.
That you say screwing the pooch on your
right.
You want to say.
Yeah. You screwed the pooch.
Yes.
I'm the diversity hire on this show right now.
Right. Right.
And wait, hold on. And let's give Liam credit. Liam was the first one in the chat. Like when I came to start the show, he was the first one back here. So I was like, okay, great, you're first. Let's have a look. Child, this has been a wild ride.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for having me here.
You know what? I want to
Throwing
open
the
it up.
pooch
Yes.
or pooch?
Pooch.
Pooch.
A dog, Pooch.
Okay. I nominate
Wait, I want to ask everyone, what is your advice to me?
Oh, Lord.
59 days out for my 40th birthday.
Ooh.
Don't think yourself as old.
Party. Have a good time. I saw 40 13 years ago. So, like I say, have a good time. have fun.
Well,
have a good time.
I could say, honestly, if I would want someone to give me the same advice, because I'll be 40 in March next year,
Okay.
right? I'll be 40.
Okay.
But my advice would be like, enjoy it. Another 40 years around the sun, around the moon. Enjoy it. Live your best life. You're doing amazing. Keep your content going. Just stay you. Be you, because who you are is like, I look forward to when I don't get an Alex review or my weekly dose of Alex. I'm very upset. I don't get the pop roast, and I don't get I'm like, just continue to be you. You are a light in people's lives. You make people laugh. You make people. I can have a bad day, and I can go and turn on one of your videos, and I'm like, all right, I'm good. So just continue to be you for the next 40.
Oh, a lot of people didn't get to 40, so that's what I'm saying.
Right.
You enjoy it,
right?
And if I may,
don't be putting your 40th birthday all on social media, because people be trying to track you and all this type of stuff.
Yeah.
But that's it.
That's another thing. Yeah, don't put your location nowhere.
Yeah.
And also, may I just say, just because you're 40, I mean, I'm 14 years away from being 40, but don't think yourself as old, because people get in that situation and it fucks with them.
Yeah.
I will say I don't feel old. I'm very grateful.
40's not old. 40's not old.
It's not. It's not old, but also it ain't 24. And what it really is not that I feel old, but that my needs and wants have changed dramatically. Right. And I am not the same person I was when I was 24, and now I'm like, oh shit, I want to settle down. I want all of these things.
Nothing's wrong with that.
I never rebelled against, but I'm also like, oh, I didn't plan for wanting that, and now I do, and things have to drastically change.
It gets better. I mean, I'm not financially where I thought I would be at this age, but then you talk about going back to 24. Y'all think about some of the penis y'all hopped on when y'all was 24, and you're like, good God, thank God I got away from that.
Yep.
And another thing is too, like you said, you're not the same person that you were at 24. A lot of people are stuck in wanting to stay so youthful that they don't understand the purpose in life is to evolve. So if you were in that same spot at 24, at 40, you would have to literally go back and check yourself. So that just means you're evolving. You're becoming a bigger person. I remember when I started watching your videos 10 years ago. The content, the look of everything, the elevation, the moves from this city to that city, and the elevation, and you being comfortable and just being who you are, and acting and doing the Allegedly show and having more of an album than Rihanna in 2022. Ooh. So I'm just saying, just that evolution of it all is,
At least Alex is not still songs like Beyonce.
Okay, well, Beyonce, I love Beyonce, but Alex is a real writer. Okay, he writes his songs.
Well,
I write my songs.
Oh Lord, here we go.
I write every joke I tell you. See now,
I love Beyonce.
You may be an amazing vocalist, but
I love her too. But she's still shit
compared to mine, because I could write some of your hits. If I could write Cocaine, I could write for you. Just give me a beat, heifer. Give me a beat. The only thing different between her and I is theft and opportunity.
Whoa.
So Selena Gomez.
But I will say the evolving is, you know what, the evolving is different because your friends are still important to you, but certain things aren't. And you now start looking for people to do different things with. And your concept of friendship has changed. Your concept of the future has changed. The things that you want to do have changed. Like I was talking with one of my dear friends, and he was saying, like, I only kind of hang around certain people because I don't have to worry about them being jealous of me. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to live my life like that. Like,
that's very Bethany Frankel energy.
What?
That's very Bethany Frankel energy.
A little bit, but also I can understand because I've known you for a while. I know your life, and I see why you would feel that way. So it's definitely, I would say this, from 20 to 40, you're living life as it happens. From 40 to 60, it's living with much more intention. And so it's what you have learned.
But here's a little bit for you, Alex.
And well, I will say I'm very fortunate that I have the privilege to sit and ask myself, what do I want?
Well, at least you evolved more in your life than Luann's wigs.
Go to bed, Liam.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Liam. Liam didn't come to play.
Liam said, I'm getting these reads in.
Well, I learned from the best.
Oh, see.
Oh, thank you.
Man, Alex, Candy won't flag you. Say, bitch, I'm worldwide.
Bitch, I'm worldwide.
There you go.
Well, actually, I will. I have said this. I have gotten a little tipsy and said this. I'm sorry, there is not a continent on this earth, and there's not a country on a continent on this earth that I do not have a fan. When you can say that, when we can have a conversation. Until such time, I have no more hot carbon dioxide to waste on you. Because
you're done.
Actually, per second. I get paid for ad drops that are a minute to 30 seconds if you really want to get to the nitty gritty. I've had to check someone and said, excuse me, I don't think you know exactly who I am. And then my friends are like, Lord, here you go. Here you go.
Can I ask you a
I
question?
will say I am the friend where when somebody says something slick to me, everybody at the table is just like, oh, everybody puts their drink down. They're like, you tried the right one today. We've got a live show, folks. We've got a live show. Okay. Then one of my friends, he will literally get the microphone and start stirring the pot. He's like, all right. So now here we have someone who's approached a wild Alexander Diane Rodgers. Not know exactly what to expect, but he has said something that he thought was smart, but he is about to find out who is smarter.
Like I say, you Alex and Liam, you don't have to kill the fly with a sledgehammer.
I normally don't, but sometimes I will have to get with you. Sometimes I will have to go there. You know what? I'm sorry, what?
But see, I said sometimes you have to go there. But see, what I love about you, I can always tell a YouTuber that's been in the game a long time and a new one. I said, because Alex is not going to argue with people in a chat. When I sit here and I see people on YouTube and some of my favorite YouTubers, I'm like, why are you arguing with somebody in a chat? Ignore them and move on, or block them and move on.
Because Nikki stands in the cloud.
There was actually people in the chat before I came on screen, because I was saying things because I'm like, I didn't like what Liam was saying. So people were saying stuff to me and they were like, why are you so this, and that? And I was like, why, girl, why are you mad? I'm not going to even argue back and forth with you. All I'm going to do is say, why are you mad? Ha, ha, ha. And block you. I'm not going to argue with you. The reason why Alex has an open chat is so that we can say our opinions on things. So right. So that's one thing that I have never seen, Alex. Let me think. I don't think I've ever seen you go back and forth with anybody in the chat.
I learned from when I got out of the drama, and I said,
yep,
I publicly apologized and got out, and I got out for my people.
Now I do remember that situation. I'm so happy that situation is not a situation anymore, because honestly, I think I've always wanted to see the both of y'all on the same kind of platform at one time.
And both of them
Because I
have
think-
evolved since then for the better.
Oh my God, it would be funny. It would the banter, the back and forth when he does this on every show. Well, like Nene tried to do, like I feel like that would be so good. If you wanted to get some gay men, Nene, these are the ones you should have came to. Not the
And
ones
I
I don't know
will
where you
also
found the
say,
ministry at.
I probably said this like an hour and a half earlier. When I'm done, I'm done.
Yeah.
There is finito. No
Andrea?
more. Finished.
Who are you
Kaput.
talking about?
Done. Huh?
Fuck it, that even.
I'm like, I already
When I
knew
said-
before.
You say Nene? Who?
No, Nene tried to have a show. You knew what I was talking about, right, Alex?
Yeah, I knew what you were talking about. When Nene was trying to do
The moose.
a little piano
With the
show
moose.
with some sorry.
The
The
Caribou.
moose tried to have a show, and she
I
had.
remember that was so
She
bad.
did.
I remember that.
Yeah, that's where that came from.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that's why I don't go back and forth with anybody. When I said I was done with the YouTube drama, I'm done with the YouTube drama. That means no going back and forth with anyone now or ever. I don't
That
have
was
the
so
time.
many
I
years
just-
ago, too.
And it has cleansed my life. I get to actually have a life because I'm not going back and forth with people. I don't have time. And baby, all that means is you were trying to bask in my spotlight. So if you need to say something negative about me to make you feel better about yourself, baby, I've been there. So go ahead and say it.
Now, I just know there's a lot of people
Right.
that don't realize the work it takes to have a YouTube channel and actually be successful at it and have a full-time job.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Alex doesn't play with the foolishness like no one plays with Kerry Hilson's only album.
Or,
Ooh.
and I realized I could either go one way, keep the bullshit going, or I could move on. And if I hadn't moved on, Chris and I wouldn't have Pop Roast.
Right.
I wouldn't be, where I am today. I wouldn't have the options of a second career that I'm trying to, lift off with this channel. Like I'm actually trying to do something, and I'm like, I could either use this as a tool that can improve my life, that can be there for me in 20 years when I want to retire, or I could, go back and forth and make pennies on the dollar.
Mm.
Very, very true.
I said, bump the bull. I want the bag.
Are you still really cool with Maddie Rants?
Yep.
Maddie Rants is funny. I love Maddie Rants.
Mhm.
That's another thing
that's
about
how I
We
found
were together
Alex
in
on
Vegas
Rap.
during the pandemic. Like that's my friend.
you don't do
Yeah.
you don't do YouTube fights either. Because I used to sit there and look at people like, why are you fighting on YouTube?
I don't
They
do
pay.
fights. I don't do arguments. I don't do confrontation. There's
Same.
no sense in that. There's no point in that. Like the only person I could ever have an issue with is me. Anybody else? is
Right.
Like, why, you don't pay my bills.
Right.
I don't know anybody who pays my bills but me. I don't know not their person. Chris and I make money together, but we don't pay each other's bills. That's the money we make together. Nobody pays our bills but us. Nobody pays my bills but me. So I don't have time to argue with anybody who's not paying my bills. Now, when I get a husband and he wants to, pay the mortgage or buy me a boat, then we can have arguments that shouldn't matter. Until such time you aren't worth my hot carbon dioxide because I get paid to talk. Right now, I'm collecting a check. Right now. If I'm not collecting a check, why am I talking to you? For what? If you're mad at me, baby, that's a you problem because I ain't done nothing to you. I work for myself. So unless you're Nene Leakes, Carrie Hilson, Amanda Seal, those people, okay, I've talked about you. You want to come at me? You can
Oh,
come at me.
Lord, not Amanda Seals.
You really can't because I'm just talking about you like every other comedian.
Well,
so go.
Amanda Seals is about like Hypnotoad.
Now, what would you do if one of them tried to come at you like I don't know if we can talk about this, but the situation where somebody got sued
Tasha
involved?
K and Cardi
Well,
B.
here's the
I'll
thing.
say it if you don't want to. I
Alex
knew
doesn't
exactly
go
where
in
you were
court.
going.
It's just the word allegedly. Honey, it was what I heard. Allegedly.
Allegedly?
Baby word was
Hey,
on the street. Allegedly.
allegedly,
You know I'll sing to the beat. Allegedly.
allegedly, Lee, Lee, Lee.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, Lee, Lee, Lee.
That's
But
all I had to say,
allegedly.
honey. I said it was allegedly. I said, according to the blast, I said according to page 6. I said where I got
According
it.
to
According
Rodgers.
to Fulton County.
Court
According
document.
to Fulton
Don't
County.
get mad at me. Get mad at the court.
Oh,
So I ain't gonna have
She
nothing
in
to say to you.
Africa right now? They were
trying
saying
to, she's
Oh
gonna
my
get extradited. That money
That
is coming
lady
right back
is
to
not
the
in
US.
Africa. She is in Funky Dineva's closet in Miami, hiding. She went and put on the damn tablecloth over her head. Talk about
Oh.
she is in Africa.
Oh, Lord.
Now she came back. Now she is in his garage. And Funky
Allegedly.
Dineva better come and get.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. She is in.
Hold on,
Look,
Tasha,
I
you
said
know
it
we
on. No, I
cool.
said it on
Wait, hold on
TGIF.
now.
I made that one of the questions.
Don't come soon.
I made that one of my questions to Funky Dineva because I love Funky Dineva. I said, you know that lady hiding in your closet in Miami? Tell the truth, shame the devil.
Well, fucking Dineva is Black Saucy Santana.
That lady ain't nobody Africa. She talking about she can't pay this lady the money. Where she get the money to go to Africa from?
She got
that lady is in the closet in Fort Lauderdale somewhere, child. She is not in nobody Africa.
I don't know what her deal is. But
She's
all
short
that
shit like Shakira from
all
Spain.
things that I said are in jokes and reads and roasts. We are not saying this is the absolute truth. This ain't written in the Bible now.
I said allegedly. The views expressed by Andre Rodgers do not have anything to do with Alexander Diane Rodgers. These are my views and my views alone.
Now, hold on. Now, to Tasha K's credit, remember last year when YouTube unceremoniously deleted my channel for no good reason? It was just poof, the whole channel was gone. Tasha K reached out and got on the horn with me and was going to make sure it was okay.
I'm not saying that she's this super bad person. I'm just saying she ain't in Africa with a doily on her head and talk about she in Africa. That's all I said. I ain't say she wasn't no good person. She just had a doily on and she's in Fort Lauderdale somewhere down at the Trick Daddy restaurant, working there. She working that Trick restaurant, child. She got to find out how to get Cardi B her money some kind of way. Allegedly. Sorry.
Cardi gonna get her money.
She is.
She's hiding like Shakira from that $14.5 million.
This is the Cuticle Hour, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Cuticle Hour.
3 hours.
Well,
Lord have mercy.
This is the Cuticle Hour. I apologize, y'all. This is the Cuticle Hour. Speaking of cuticles,
we might have.
I heard that Tasha K cuticles was kind of sore.
You might have to put this episode on Patreon. We might have to take this over.
Okay, let me stop. Let me let that lady live.
I want to hear the end of it. Why are her
in the basement?
What's wrong with her cuticles, Drea?
Huh?
What's wrong with her cuticles? Let us know.
Tasha K?
Oh no, I was saying this is the Cuticle.
No, I did say something about that.
She did say something about her
cuticles. I mean, she got that good African jojoba oil on them now. Nothing, child. She good.
I have to make a confession.
What?
Some of you may know, and some of you may not. I too have a white refrigerator.
Okay, I was seeing that comment in the chat, and I was kind of sitting here like, what does that have to do with anything?
Right.
I have a white refrigerator.
But you ain't saying
I have a white refrigerator too. Look, right here, baby. I have black and red appliances, but I have a white refrigerator.
A whole lot of people have a white refrigerator. Why are we trying to go back to Real Housewives of Atlanta? Nene, when she tried to diss Kenya, when Kenya was staying in a darn thing them stay apartment till she found a place. Nene,
it's because she has art on her walls and she doesn't.
Right.
At least I have art on my wall.
Right.
That's what I said. She has. Yeah, Kenya has art on her walls. Nene has blank space.
Yes.
In her condo, not her home.
I will say my next place, I'm going to have stainless steel.
Look,
You gonna have a mansion
the
apparently.
words out of my mouth. That's my dream kitchen, stainless steel. But until then, my white refrigerator freezes. It keeps my food cold. It works. It runs. The light works. Yes, ma'am.
Remember what
Blanche said, let's go get you a house.
that boo?
Huh?
I mean, it's a rental. It is a rental.
We ain't even addressing that.
Mm-hmm. Let me tell you, ain't nothing wrong with a white refrigerator. It worked the same way. Okay.
It works the same way, but it is a pain to clean.
It is. I have to do it all the time. But until I get the coins that I need to get, I will continue to have my white refrigerator. I will
also say
I got food in there.
I have a white refrigerator because I feel like I'm paying too much in rent. And so I'm like, I'm sorry, but this rent is not like we need some staples up in this joker for this price.
I mean, the last place before I even moved here, I've been here for some years. But the last place I had, everything was black. The refrigerator was black. It was nice.
A black refrigerator is easier to keep clean. A white refrigerator, you got to clean that joker every 2 days. And I'm the only one that lives here.
No,
so you know, imagine how many times I got to wipe down my refrigerator.
I have a stainless steel in my apartment, and I literally had to go out and buy the stainless steel cleaner because every time your hand like reaches a handle, like it leaves a print.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pain. Just like Timothy Straffman just said in the chat, it's a pain.
I'll know I've made it when I have like cabinet panels over all of my appliances. That is a goal where it's like you just walk into the kitchen and it's all cabinets. You can't tell me where the refrigerator is. And then you're going to open it and it's going to be like a giant, like restaurant size refrigerator because I am hungry all the time and it's going to have everything in it.
Crazy.
Yeah, that stainless steel is. I do want stainless steel.
What you say, Liam?
Oh, the difference between Candy at Nini's Homes is that Nini's Homes has less decorations than a Motel 6.
Did she sell her house?
Yes, she did.
Yeah, she has a condo.
And she moved into a condo at the Waldorf Astoria in Bucky.
Okay. Is her club still going?
It is her. It's her cash grab. I'm sure the Department of Health will eventually get around to shutting it down. But until
didn't she get served some like a lawsuit?
The Lenithia Lounge.
Yeah, the Lenithia Lounge. Yeah.
I heard the Lenithia Lounge was like booming, like the business was booming over there. That's what I heard.
I heard there was roaches there.
Yeah, it's like
no, that's Candy's.
Yeah, it's up and down. I got friends in Atlanta. They say it's up and down. Some days are good, some days are not.
I don't know. I know all these little Bravo celebrities have a restaurant or a lounge or something going on that to me is just like it's the running trend. I mean, if it worked with the restaurant business is like one of the hardest type of businesses to have, and some of them can't even keep their kitchen clean, let alone a restaurant. So I don't know.
I wonder what he's gonna do.
Andra, are we actually talking proper kitchens or their weaves?
Oh,
both. Ooh. Both.
Golf claps. Golf claps. Golf claps for that. Golf claps. That was spot. Now that was
spot on. Right on time.
Spot on.
You're learning, Liam.
Exactly.
He getting quick with it. Liam getting quick with it. I ain't mad at him.
I will say that UK shade ain't nothing to play with.
Right.
They also, like, UK people love to insult you by asking you a question to agree, and you agree with it. You are a strange girl, aren't you?
And also, we shade each other as like banter. So
yes, like you're almost as bad as the Australians.
Yeah, I could say you're the YouTuber Flip Wilson, but what we did for buy it.
Like I would say, Australians are like just mean with it. UK shade is smart. And African shade. Oh, that goes for your soul.
It's the church that he
They will
reads.
exactly. They will shade you for the ancestors
talk about that?
and in the name of the heavenly Father.
My heart weeps.
They will-
Your daughter's
yeah.
a whore.
My heart weeps. My heart weeps for you.
Wait a
God,
minute. Hold on. Wait.
To have
Megan
four
said, "Can we talk
pastors-
about debt news, or if it has to do with another YouTube, or is that a no-go?"
Oh, we already talked about Todrick Hall.
Yeah. Oh no, but yes.
Oh, I just seen it pop up there. Maybe I'm late. I'm late on that
we
one
talked
there.
about it
Okay.
a couple hours.
I wasn't if it was debt news. I thought it was Shane Dawson.
Oh,
Is he in debt news?
Well, his
Sorry,
career
we're
is.
bringing the
I mean,
alternative.
yeah,
list.
he. I hope he saved his money because they got him
Let
out
me
of here.
go look up really.
Well, he needs to
Okay.
save his money. God needs to save his soul.
Well,
Mm.
damn. He was on top of the world just what? 3
Liam
years
is
ago?
going in right now. What is what is happening?
Mm.
Liam is going in. Oh my goodness.
Do y'all think they should
Well,
just
I
get
don't
rid
know.
of
I don't talk about nobody.
Shane Dawson
dead.
is like a Chuck E. Cheese mascot, so God does need to save him.
Oh,
Wait, who?
I mean, save those jowls. What did you say, Bougie?
I was just gonna say, do y'all think like some of these Real Housewives cast that they should just get rid of all of them and start over, or
yes.
the whole thing just kind of like
Yes.
jump the shark is dead?
It's never
No,
going
I
to
don't
be.
believe. I don't
Never,
believe the
Bravo
Housewife
and
franchise
Bravo,
across
like,
the board is dead.
This
They need
is
to
a
shake some things up.
entire- This is like saying Wiling Out is going somewhere. Bravo could have a whole channel of Real Housewives. Real Housewives is probably not going anywhere in our lifetime, or at least for the next 15 years. They
On
have
that
said
note,
they
Alex,
got too many stars, where now they're trying to make stars out of their kids. They're not just going to throw this away and try to bring something back.
Wait,
Alex,
That's not going to happen.
on
I
that note,
joined late. Did
what,
y'all talk about
what
Remy
city would you want to see a
Ma
Housewives
on-
franchise of?
Who?
Ooh.
Wait a minute, hold on, what now?
Did y'all talk about Remy Ma being on?
Yeah, that
New
was
York?
talked about
Did y'all talk
earlier.
that? Oh, okay, sorry,
Mhm.
I'm late.
I like Remy.
Because to me, that's a full start over. Like that is way out
That's
of left
love
field.
and
to
hip
me.
hop for me.
Yeah, like that's like, what are we doing here? No shade. but-
Now, hold on. Empire
I just don't
Blue
think that
said
would be a
there
good
is-
fit. That's
wait,
just like
hold on. Empire Blue said there is no such thing as African shade. I'm going to respectfully disagree. I feel like every culture, every area has a different way of throwing
And also-
shade. There's
also,
Eastern shade.
I live in the
from,
UK
like,
and I can
East
vouch for
Coast.
African
There's
shade. It's
like,
there and it's
you will
present.
shade somebody on the East Coast, like if you're, in New York, the DMV, Florida. You're going to throw shade differently over there than you would on the West Coast, and that's Black, White, Latin, Asian. It's just different cultures.
Liam,
It's different ways of
Liam
throwing
just
shade.
verified it. Liam just said that he can vouch for African shade because he
Like there is a way that African people
I have
throw
Senegal,
shade.
I have
Like, there's a way
Senegalese,
Jamaican
Tongans, South
people throw
Africans,
shade.
like
Because
if you look at
all.
Ayan.
There is island shade, there's American shade, there's UK shade. Everybody's got their own insult culture.
You know what, Liam?
Let's think about it. Chanel Ayan from Real Housewives of Dubai had her different way of shading. You know, she didn't understand a lot of the stuff that the ladies were saying, but she had her way of shading too, where you're like, huh? But then when it got broke down, it made sense. And she's African, you know what I mean?
Wendy's mama on Real Housewives of Potomac. Just
Who?
Wendy's mama blunt.
Oh, she's
say-
shady too. That lady shady.
And I'm sure Ethiopian shade is different from Nigerian shade, which is different
Right.
from Congolese shade, which is different from South African shade. But like everybody has their own way to throw shade. So that's why I said and as a comedian, I've noticed everybody has different ways of telling jokes, different punchline emphasis. So I hope I didn't come across as insulting, but saying Latin comedy is different from African American comedy, which is different from white comedy. All are funny, but all are rooted in different things.
Right. You know what, Megan, I know you had asked about the Remy thing, and I know that was already discussed, but I feel like Remy wouldn't fit, I don't think, in that group of women. But also, I think that she would fit better than who they trying to throw over there in Dubai.
I
Yeah.
don't think Remy is.
Olivia's
No, do
crazy.
you know who they're trying to
think
throw
Remy
in
would be-
Dubai, Alex? Have you
Did you hear
heard?
that?
Olivia?
Olivia.
Who? What?
Olivia.
Olivia Huxtable? I didn't know Raven. I thought Raven
No.
Olivia Liv. They trying to
Olivia
throw her on.
Olivia Pope. That was a role. Carrie
Olivia
Washington.
from G Unit. Used to be G Unit.
Olivia. Wait. I'm trying to think of Olivia.
December.
Olivia, the lesbian cruise line.
December.
I'm thinking of all the Olivias I know. So Olivia Huxtable.
The relevant. You're thinking of all the
Olivia-
relevant Olivias. We're
Olivia,
talking about
the
the irrelevant Olivia.
Olivia,
The irrelevant Olivia is supposed to date. They're going for her for Dubai.
The line must be breaking up. Is it Olivia Huxtable?
No, ma'am. I mean, no, sir. No, sir. December.
Olivia.
I just
Olivia.
don't even get like where that came from. Like
I
who
do
asked
not.
for Olivia?
Olivia. Olivia. It doesn't ring
Olivia.
a bell. What's your last name?
Olivia December. I don't know. I can't remember her last name. Olivia G Unit. Olivia. I don't know.
G Unit.
Olivia
G
Gorilla
Unit.
Girl.
Lord, wait.
Yeah,
I'm trying to.
that one. That girl.
I wonder if both of those just rumors, because people put out everything and
No, it was
Olivia
it was
talked about it on
the
an
person
interview.
the person that I got it that I seen reported on it first was I think was yesterday. He
Okay.
usually have very reputable, like
Okay.
believable things, but where he got it from was the neighborhood talk, I guess it was, and they said that they were looking at Olivia. And I
the
was
girl that
listening-
worked at Foot Locker. Oh,
When I worked at Foot Locker, yeah.
I knew her. Yeah, she used to work at the Foot Locker
The
on
Foot Locker
125th.
girl.
And then they moved
Yeah.
her. She made manager, and they moved her
She
up to
got
house
manager
2
position.
on
Then they moved
125th
her.
and Adam Clayton Powell. Okay,
That
the
one right
manager
there.
at Foot Locker. All right. Okay.
Yeah. The Foot Locker
Olivia
manager.
Johnson. Okay.
Yeah, that one. They shopping her for Dubai.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I said Dubai. Off of her Foot Locker check. Dubai.
Well, she knows the shit.
Unless
Like
she
she's going to
married
Dubai.
somebody that got some money.
Does she
I
live
don't
over
know. Huh?
there? Does she live over there? I just didn't get where that
No,
even
she
came
still
from.
lives in New York and still works at Foot Locker. So I'm trying to figure out how they're shopping for her to be on Dubai.
You are really
Andrea,
hilarious.
how could Olivia Huxtable be on Dubai when it was in Dubai with those legs?
Listen, I don't know. Hello. Yes, son. What's up? Sorry, y'all. Hold on one second. My son. Yeah, what's up?
I feel like it's just weird for Bravo to be going after Love and Hip Hop cast members. Like I don't understand.
You know, they hitting the bottom of the barrel.
Right.
I need to finish Dubai because the fact that they all called Caroline Brooks out on the fact that, girl, you don't give a crap about your child. I want to see that plot line play out.
Yeah.
I want to see New York Pollard on a Real Housewives cast before I see Remy Ma on a Housewives cast.
You want to see who?
Tiffany New York Pollard.
Oh my gosh.
On what?
Tiffany's
You want to see her on what?
On a Housewives cast. Before I see Remy Ma and Olivia Huxtable.
I'll see Remy before I see Tiffany.
I would see Remy before I would see Tiffany on Housewives. I like Tiffany, but Housewives, I think Remy, because Remy is really married. Like, you know,
Yeah,
no matter what her husband looks like,
You know what?
she's still married with a family. I don't think that.
She's too happy to be on Real Housewives.
Girl,
Remy-
no matter what her husband looked like, I mean, she is married. I guess that's how you have.
I like Papoose. I think he's a nice guy. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing wrong with Papoose.
I think Papoose is a nice guy. I
But he does
mean,
like a turnip.
he looks like a Gila monster, but he's a nice guy.
I'll still say turnip.
Oh my God, I know looks aren't everything.
They're not. That's why I said he's a like. I would marry a guy like Papoose as long as he comes with a brown paper bag. We're good.
Lord, I mean, he's not my type, but I mean,
No, he's not that ugly. I'm serious. He's really not that bad. I've seen worse.
I remember when, okay, you know that Black Love series comes on. They were on last season, and see, she talked about how she grew up so messed up that Papoose' parents been married like 40 years, and he's used to family. He's used to man for the provide, so he kind of had to teach her.
Yeah.
But you know, like I said, I really like the dynamic of their relationship. I really feel like he held her down while she was in jail. Like they have real love. Like I really believe their love is like 100. I just don't think, I think they would do better with their own show, but I don't think they tried that before. And I don't think that they're interested enough just to carry a show by this. They're better with an ensemble cast. But I really think Papoose is a nice guy. He really is. We can laugh and joke and say, I can say he looks like a Gila Massa, but I can still believe that he's a good guy, you know? I really think that he's a good guy. I really do.
Would y'all be here for a Bravo show that was like Love and Hip Hop-esque, but Bravo? Like
that's what Real Housewives has kept it turning into.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right. It's kind of turning into that now. See, sometimes I wish Candace would be on Love and Hip Hop because they would get her to get real.
For sure.
You trying to get that lady
right?
Her. Hey, Candace will get up and whooped. Okay.
I don't think Real Housewives is turning to Love and Hip Hop. I think it's turning to Bad Girls Club for grown folks.
You got a point, Liam. You got a point. It is kind of getting into Bad Girls Club.
With a little bit of Baddie
What,
South.
Real Housewives or Love and Hip Hop? Love and Hip Hop give me more Bad Girls Club.
Housewives is kind of getting in. It's kind of leaning toward Bad Girls Club to a degree.
With a little bit of Baddie South.
Every season where security comes in now for the most part. And all they do is argue.
I mean, it's just like, even with Married to Medicine is they've gone real low this season by, accusing Toya of thievery and robberies and things of that nature,
Right.
But I would compare Housewives more to Love and Hip Hop than to Bad Girls Club. If I had to say, I would say it would be the other way around. Love and Hip Hop is more Bad Girls Club. And then you got the new Love and Hip Hop, which is Housewives. Because they don't act their wages at all. A lot of the times they don't act their wage.
They don't
That's
act
what I'm
their
saying.
wage, and they don't act their age.
You don't act your wage.
Right.
They know. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of those girls over there on Housewives, whatever franchise it is, they do have something that they've come with. Some of them came on and we didn't really know them, and then they've made a name for themselves. They went off and they ventured off and opened businesses and did things and made themselves a brand. Whereas them girls on what's that one show, Love and Hip Hop, they're selling for Forever 21 clothing and calling it a boutique. You know what I mean?
High sheen. But it is 9:25, and I've got to get going before I run late. But this has been fabulous. Thank you all so much for joining me for the first of many Cuticle Hours. And I will see you next week, Saturday, at 6 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. California time, for another moment of nail care and conversation.
Okay. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.